watching it on GR2. It's also. Did I never go live this whole time?
Hang on.
I'd just like to let you know that somehow we got.
No, stop.
Are you gonna come in, Aaron?
Look.
Are you gonna come in?
So welcome
Scarlett.
everybody
You can do it from your phone.
to the stream
Or if
with
you have a
the National
tablet.
Weather Team and the Weather Co-op here.
I'm not sure if
tonight.
we can be on the phone. What if you jump in though?
We are live streaming on multiple different platforms. We are also simulcasting with the Freedom Revolution Network. So thank you all who are out there. We want to welcome you in. We appreciate you. So welcome everybody in to the stream. We appreciate you guys very, very much. Okay, hold on.
Whoever's
Can you guys hear
moving,
me?
you're. No, you need to turn your mic up because all I hear is clickety clackety clack.
Oh, because you know what? I plugged my mic in and then I was holding the cord together, so it was clicking the cord with the headphones. It should stop now.
Oh, okay.
So just let me
Scarlett, you
know if
gotta
it's
tell me how you made this thing go live. So I don't think I've been live this whole time.
the go live button.
I thought I had it going live.
We are live
Unless
now.
I'm missing something. Oh, okay, cool.
Have we not been
Anyways,
live?
I don't
guess
think
not.
we were
I thought
live.
we was.
Thanks, man. Hey,
So-
good practice.
Yeah,
Well,
good
hey, I got
practice
good
run, everybody.
practice,
So now
so-
we are live with the United National Weather Team on Freedom Revolution Network. We are simulcasting, and we also have the Weather Co-op in-house tonight. So we are covering the storms that are in Dixie Alley tonight. We have a few different hazards and potential areas and issues we're watching tonight. And we've got live radar and analysis, as well as some updates about some upcoming missions. And you never know what you're going to see here tonight. We'll have all types of surprises and new things to see. So right now, how many storms do we have on the board, Jared?
We have, and I quote, let me get my Omega pulled up here and I will get you a readout.
2 flash flood warnings, 1 flash flood warning considerable, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings, 1 tornado warning.
And 4 special weather
Thank
statements.
you very much, Skippy.
We are watching this
We
tornado
appreciate that.
warning
It's just good to
in
know
South
what we've
Carolina.
got going on.
Update for our tornado
All
warning
right.
in Aiken and Lexington, South Carolina. That goes till 10:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It is located 10 miles north of Aiken State Park or 15 miles south of Batesburg, Leesville, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard tornado, source radar indicated rotation. Please take cover now.
You know you're a man when you use your daughter's cup.
Hello, Total Vagabonds. Welcome, welcome in, Kevin from the Emerald Isles. That is Ireland for everybody out there. Welcome in. Thank you, Kevin.
Carolinas.
Yeah, so I doubt if anybody can see it unless they're from a distance.
South Carolina.
honestly. Maybe then they might not be able to either.
Hell's 2.29.
Oh, we just got the, hold on here. You just got solo layout for some reason. And we don't want
I didn't mean to. I was trying to figure out how to take the blurriness off.
I'm going to mute and step outside. Is this view good for now, or do you want NROT BV?
Oh yeah, no, you're good. I will get this. There we go. Oh nope, I want this one. There we go.
It looks like there's a little CC drop there.
Yes, Casimiro, that is what we have up on the screen
you
now.
guys see
Live
that on,
is the tornado warning in South Carolina.
I'm going to put it in
So
motion.
that is what we've
There
got
we go.
currently on the board. We are monitoring storms. Okay, let's put it in motion.
There we go. I got the blur off.
All right, now let's put the radar in motion.
Highway 39 right there. Look like a
Yeah, Scarlett, we're watching GR level 2 right here on Skippy. We had Omega, but then we put in 2. Skippy brought us GR level 2.
Yep, sure is.
But in addition on that storm right there, it had boat out moving towards Wagner.
See that down the whole time.
It has bowed out and moved towards Wagner.
Yeah, and I'm the one that the CC drive. Yeah, Amelia saw that.
Put it down.
Thanks for stopping by. See you real soon. I'm gonna ride in my car. Tell him shoot. That's what we want.
Yeah, we're monitoring all the risks
going
that we
crazy,
have today.
multitasking.
There's quite a few chasers out tonight, especially
10-4.
after the events in Rolling Fork, as well as Silver City and Winona, Mississippi. A lot of chasers are on high alert right
You
now.
okay?
Everybody is looking out
gave
for
it to her,
the
baby.
health and well-being of our local people out here.
I hear him cussing the
That is
computer because
absolute
he's got metal all
100%
around him.
sure. This event has changed so many people's lives, and while we're watching this live on radar, it could be changing other people's lives currently too. So it's really important for us to be able to show radar, show you guys what we're seeing, show you the storm as it develops in the worst parts. Flooding is also going to be
What
a
we're
concern
looking at
tonight.
right
We have
here
a few
was
areas of flash flood concern. Oh, go ahead.
what we were also looking at right here. What Skippy was trying to show was this bowing out right here, headed towards Wagner. It's trying to bow out, and that's where our rotation was. And we were watching a donut. Also, back up, we had a donut back up to the north of this. So this storm's one to watch right here that we're trying to watch all night long. Let me put it in a velocity run for you so you can see. Let's move it up to 50 frames and show you what it's doing.
Come on. You bring that with you. Come on.
On the other side on reflectivity for everybody.
Please. Let's come lay down.
And we lost Scarlett. She'll be back. There she is.
It took me.
Here's my PIC.
I know, I got kicked out.
Now.
They were hating on me tonight.
You make this so hard.
But I mean, with the solar storms
I
and
can't
everything
force
else
her
in
to
the
lay
last
down because
couple
she
days,
can't. She's
perturbations are just getting back to normal. We're not expecting any auroral activity or anything like that, but there is slight perturbations out there in some of our systems still. Gonna take a little look real quick myself. See what we got going on here. Three-and-a-half-inch hail I'm hearing from the radar room, guys.
I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
did it
go
kick
on
me
mute
out
real quick,
again?
but I'll leave this running.
10-4,
Mama's trying to
no
put
big
Sammy
deal.
to bed.
Yeah, absolutely. Curly Q.
Don't want the screaming. Yeah, Curly Q don't like going to bed. She
Just
like
trying to-
Scarlett likes to stay up all night.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. Children can't live with them, can't live without them. It's a love-hate thing.
Pixelated up in between Wagner and Perry, north of Wagner, west of Perry. But the clouds ain't there yet.
So we've got our guys in the radar room analyzing the storm as well as us here up front. We also have an alert person, as well as Skippy does
Go
alerts
sleep.
on our National Emergency Alert Channel,
Mama's
as
right
well
here.
as us
Take a
on
sleep.
United National Weather Team.
No, go sleep.
Looks like she might go to sleep or get tonight.
So we
Not fight us.
Oh, cool. Can I kill the GR2?
okay. Did you?
Be ready to
And so, I mean, at that
If you
point,
want to,
I mean,
not
it
I
is.
can the stream. It's up to you, Skipper.
Either it don't matter.
North of where.
I'll add yours back to the stream real quick because you see better than what I got. Because I'm just
Okay.
running Omega. We got Skippy back now with GR level
What?
2. So we can show y'all exactly what you were looking at from Omega.
Let's take the Hellcore off.
Hold on, you went really quiet for some reason. So let me see if I can fix this really quick.
Wagner. And,
Yeah, which is not.
I'm gonna
Hey, Ozzy's
get
in
back
here. Do
real
we
quick.
add him to the stream?
Who?
Ozzy.
according to the high-res reflectivity.
Man, look at the hook.
Sorry, Donald. Wow, I'm putting down closer.
But I don't.
Brian
Okay.
Shillings is watching the stream.
Connectivity issues have been
Yeah, really nice hook.
Brian Staggs is watching the stream.
Oh,
That would be Sock.
Oh, if he gets his mic and everything, we can kick him in.
Close your eyes.
Ozzy's also in the background. You got a lot of people on stream tonight.
Yeah, there's multi-cells.
full house here tonight, which is always better. Makes light work and
Yeah, because
many
I'll probably
people
have
as
to
we
knock
can
out
to
at
get out here.
11:30.
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah, because I'll probably have to knock out about
Super
11.
cell with broad rotation.
Ooh, all right.
We're gonna have
Kevin, they
airplane
just
going
go
over my
on
house.
GR level 2 supercell with broad rotation. Right where we're watching.
in the box in Wagner.
Right there at Wagner.
I've got a big old green ball with red on
I'm scanning it.
North and
Oh, that
west
was my
and
ear.
south side of Todd.
Tornado warning.
Let's go.
Stand by.
Where's that tornado
Lexington,
warning at?
Aiken, Orangeburg counties in central South Carolina till 11:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Located 11 miles northeast of Aiken State Park or 18 miles southwest of Red Bank, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard tornado and $half size hail. Source radar indicated rotation. Please take cover now.
On Omega, they just dropped the tornado warning.
Hang on.
What the heck?
It's going to come back. My stuff's a little faster.
Okay.
Give it a second. There it is. They walked it.
Oh,
Probability of
okay.
tornado,
Yeah, there we go.
10%. All right, let's scan it. We're going right there.
Look at our Omega. I'm showing up something good right there outside of Wagner. On a
Paths are over
velocity pickup.
50K.
That's what Don was
It's
just
mid-level rotation.
It's on the 302 in front of Wagner,
Yeah,
but we're showing up on Omega velocity.
definitely mid-level.
Okay.
which that's good. I mean, mid-level means that it's not on the ground.
Seen that.
I do have it throwing something in the rotation. That's very broad rotation.
You help Donald keep track.
Very broad.
Okay.
Oh, hey, yellow. Might be having a spin up.
Hey. We got to spin a sweet. Hey, where'd Sock go?
That might be a spin up rotation
He left.
showing yellow. We're gonna leave it on here and watch it.
GR
knew what
level
I-
2 between Wagner and Perry.
Four.
Looks like we might have a spin up, guys.
Is it a bad read?
No, I
Here.
don't think
Oh,
so.
let me
We're
look
just,
it
we're
over.
just
Oh, sorry,
confirming
hold on.
because everybody's got multiple different radar products. Kevin's got Allison House, you know what I mean? Everybody's using everything. So
They're on the 302.
No, it's not
the-
on the 302, Don. Wait. Yes, it is on the 302.
302.
Right where we're
Wagner.
seeing it. Yep. Yep, right where we're seeing it.
Okay, it just fell off.
30 miles an hour.
that's a good sign. Good sign. Now let's make sure that it's not trying to get its act together.
Yeah.
Right,
didn't
yeah,
even get
because I'm
the
watching it
screenshot.
on Omega.
You know, everybody should be in their safe place at this
So scroll to
time.
the back
If
and
you are
it's
in
gonna
these
do is
counties
get
in South
closer to the
Carolina.
little cell that popped up behind it.
Oh, there is a little cell that popped up.
Yep,
That
see
may
it?
be a game
Behind
changer
it,
if we
Windsor?
can, if it gets up there.
Right there at Wagner, just on the west side of Wagner. Or that Windsor cell too also popped up, which could feed into this tornado warning. Kevin's on the Kevin's saying it could be a game changer with that Windsor
Yeah.
cell that popped up.
No CC drop.
You know, coming in, and then they absorb another storm and juice up and boost out. You know, we've been seeing that as this low-level jet's been doing its thing all night.
Oh, hey, there's Richie. Hey, there's Richie.
Okay.
Richie's back.
Oh, 2.06. I bet you it picked up that hell. It was taller than that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that one south of Wagner, do a scan if you can.
See, again,
Omega's showing a really good broad couplet. Hang on, let me pull it up here on the share my Omega real quick. So I can show you where you're looking at there, Skippy.
Yeah, GR2's not
Right
showing
here.
it.
Yeah, right here at Sally.
Yeah, GR2 ain't concerned about Sally.
Here's where Kevin was looking at. That just showed up that's pushing into that Wagner.
Ooh. Alabama's getting a
storm off to the south.
lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poor Alabama. I
Sally
mean,
is
besides
looking
the water
promising,
or the
though, Steve.
wind, or the hail.
Let's just couplet form up.
Yeah.
That's at 50 frames.
They said they were gonna cancel some watches. Oh, they
Ooh,
still have
yay.
those, don't they?
I'm honestly glad that I'm hoping I'm right when I called it earlier, Scarlett, that these all passed Rolling Forks and that line.
To be fair, something had to give. It's just a
Yeah.
devastating situation.
Yeah.
You don't have to copy Molly.
Seems to be gravitating towards Pelion and Swanson. Possibly Woodford as well.
That Sally storm's feeding into it. Is GR2 picking that up? Skippy?
Is it picking up what?
It looks like that Sally storm is feeding into the Wagner.
Okay, let me look.
Because if you look
Yep,
on the stream
it
I got
is.
going right now,
Yeah, it
that's
is.
what I thought. It's giving that Wagner strength.
Yep. It's feeding right into it and building the Wagner one up.
Ooh. A girl could dream that it was going to come and dissipate.
Tornado threat's just about done with. The low level sure got to the storms too late. Most of the storm mode is linear based.
And that is fantastic.
Is that all of them,
because
or
for
is
a
that
second
just
there,
this one?
Most
I
of
think
them.
they meant all of them.
All of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part. Yeah, because I mean,
So
that
there'll just be
earlier
severe
tonight, I
thunderstorm
got
warnings with hail and wind.
pretty much.
No
I
tornado
was
threats.
concerned when the storms were leaving out of Louisiana into Mississippi, because we started getting this larger rotation in the whole system that even in the mesoscale discussion they brought up, and I'm glad that feature did not hold out.
Well, that line out of Louisiana was also headed for the Rolling Forks area, but I'm glad it switched east. Pushed east. I run a spectrum on that.
Again, thank you all for tuning in to the United National Weather Team live analysis with the Weather Co-op here. We are live on the Freedom Revolution Network, as well as we are live on United National Weather Team Facebook page. We will have our YouTube back up and running, as well as our website up in the next couple of days. So stay tuned to that as well. If you like what we do here at United National Weather Team, consider donating to us. You can go to paypal.me/UNWT and you can donate.
Don, you might be right.
Also, Scarlett, don't forget if they want to join up with UNWT, we have our application pinned to the top of our Facebook underneath the featured area.
That is true. Thank you, Jared, for mentioning that. Yes, if you would like to be a member of United National Weather Team, everybody is accepted. We take everyone. Even if you do not have certifications, we will hook you up with the right avenues and channels to become certified. If you'd like to help out with alert announcing, if you'd like to help out in the radar room, if you would like to help out with social media, posting posts and getting the word out. There's so many different positions at United National Weather Team that if you come and say, I would like to help, I want to be out there helping people, deploying into stores.
In the high reflectivity right there under pillowing on the bottom thing, it looks like
You still there, Scarlett? We lost you for a minute.
I know we did. Deploying into storms and being a part of the National Weather Co-op with a bunch of great people.
Yeah, Dawn is
Who
like a
all
fan
our
of
whole goal is to
you'll
save
get
lives and
Pac-Man,
property,
but I
get
think
the
it's
warnings
closing up on
out,
itself.
help people understand what they're seeing, and so that they don't have to be scared, they can be prepared.
I totally forgot to add Ozzy in here. He messaged on the private chat. Hello.
We're right.
Well, I'm sure, but I'm sure he's in the private chat.
That's what I was
Just
looking
listening.
at. Alabama.
Ozzy is nonverbal.
Hey, look, there's
so-
Oh, radar site
I saw-
KMXX is down. Radar site
No!
KMXX is down.
Oh, take a
Do we know
direct hit?
why?
Or
No. Go. Oh yeah, I do. Updates. They're gonna be down for a week. Go to KBMX. There's rotation.
KBMX.
Yep. Birmingham.
All right, give me just a second. Come
West of
on.
Wintucka, south of Deedsville. Probability of a tornado is out 38%.
SO5 now. It's LF5.
Why is it not letting me change my radars?
You didn't? Did you go to the search thing? The little search thing in the middle now is where you do it. No, in the middle, right
I
there.
know
Click it.
it's not. There it is, right there. I had to full screen it.
Yeah.
KBMX,
Oh, okay. Yep. Makes sense.
not Z.
Yep. I believe KBMX.
Sock, your camera's froze, dude.
Where we hit?
And it's gonna turn into a bigger monster.
Are we headed to the tornado warning in South Carolina still?
Oh, sorry. No, the severe thunderstorm warnings in Alabama. There's a squall line and there's rotation.
Oh, right here in this mesoscale discussion.
Yeah, Wetumpka.
Okay, right down here. Got it.
Yeah, Wetumpka got hit last night or this morning, sometime.
Tornado watch
What
for
time?
George Green
Go
Party,
right up there.
Stone Counties, Mississippi has been allowed to expire, as well as a Meat, Pike, Walthall, Wilkinson, Bibb, Calhoun, Clay, Claiborne, Green, Held, Jefferson, Perry, Pickens, Randolph, Shelby, St. Clair, Sumter, Talladega, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tornado watch has been expired. Oh, that was
Yeah.
my ear. 65 is clear where the circulation
Wonderful.
crossed northeast Prattville. Slower traffic and high winds on the RFD side, but that was it. A few
Yeah,
lanes
by the
down,
time
but
it
otherwise
hits Highway
spot clear.
175 there, it's gonna be
We watching right here at Montgomery, Skippy.
gonna start there by the time
Let
it
me
gets to 176.
Yes.
Yeah, and something's gonna take
Yeah, I do
out
see some
between Swanson and Woodard or
straight
shortly
line lines
thereafter.
potentially.
Someone needs to turn Zello down.
Absolutely, Don. I think we nailed
Turn
this
your
on the head.
Zello
I
down,
think that's
Jared,
what
because
it's
it's
doing.
too close to your microphone, or is it coming through on the microphone?
It's coming through on my headset.
'Cause can you
I
turn
turned
it
it down.
down somewhere on your? Thank you.
Yeah, I turned
Look
it down.
at the northern portion of that squall line. Why don't you try one view, not two, on that radar, so I can help you for a second. It's between the severe thunderstorm warning and the flash flood. There you go. Go to base reflectivity. Now look at the very top of that. See the hook? I'm trying to draw on your radar.
Hang on, let me get high risk.
Here, let me do this. Hold on.
You
Screen
should
share.
be able to grab the drawing tool, though. I don't.
Nope.
Maybe because
I
maybe
can't.
because it's
I
hidden because
can't.
Tim sharing. Okay,
Do I need to put GR level 2 back on here?
Yeah, give me a second.
Quit sharing mine.
might need to. Yeah.
All right, give me a minute and I'll
Yeah,
quit
we can
sharing
do that
mine.
and then show what we're showing.
And I can run Skippy's again. There we go. Now
Okay,
we're
we're
back to
there?
2.
Okay, I'm going back to
Yeah.
my screen then. Okay,
Yep,
see the
you're
top
on,
part
Skippy.
here?
Possibly looking for your arrow.
Okay. Wait, here, watch. I'll just screenshot and draw. It's curving and feeding in right here. See it?
No, we're not seeing nothing on 2.
Crap. Okay. It'll go to Messenger.
10-4. We'll make it work. It's live, everybody. We'll figure out to next, few live streams how we can pass that information back and forth and make sure I can figure out how to do the drawing tools while we're doing it. Because there's a certain mode you have to click when you share to make sure you can still do all that. So we'll get it.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
if you
there
look
should
at
be a
the
way
top
where like
of
you
the
can just show your
severe-
window or show a tab. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's where the top of the severe is, if you travel all the way down, well, here, where the severe thunderstorm warning is at the bottom of the screen, follow it all the way up to electric. See how it curves up and then down, and then at Deedsville it starts going back in. At the S11 and the U23, it's feeding in right there. Watch. See it? See the motion?
Yeah.
And then the top
You've
of the
got that.
storm to the northeast, watch that arm looking thing. It's feeding it too. Check that out.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
trying to
see
do
your
that
screen, your
finger
radar
thing
doing
that a couple
anything.
of Hold on.
Say, you wanna come
Let's
inside
see.
my clubhouse?
Did you make sure
Oh,
you
you know
wanted to
why?
square?
I mixed up the radars. Hold on. That explains it. Operator error. I'm glad you said something.
Skippy.
Again, this is how you know we're live. I'm watching it I'm watching it in two screens, one on Omega, one on hers. So I'm watching it in motion on mine, and so I'm like, oh, I'm sitting there.
Okay, can you bring up the radar, please?
Yes, I can.
That explains why you couldn't see it. All right, here we go again.
There
let
it
me do a
is.
print.
Oh, now we can see your cursor too.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, now we can see her drawn.
Right here. Got it?
And it's almost got a little comma shape too
Yeah. Now,
at that Billingsley.
here's the other thing. Watch this. Right here. Okay?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm.
Oh, and it's almost even making a little donut hole there too, even.
Notice the probability of the tornado is following exactly the top right there, and that arm, we'll call it an arm, is feeding it.
And that's the thing
We
where
could
it
have a
shows
tornado
kind of like the
warning after.
destabilization. You know what I mean? It shows the destabilization, how destabilization can feed it, and then that's going to bring it back up.
Yep, there I zoomed it out a little bit so they can see it a little bit better.
Wow.
So we could have a
That little
tornado
arm
warning at
thing is
any time.
interesting.
Yeah. Now notice.
Alabama.
Right here. Oh, let me change my colors.
Kevin just commented on 2 inflow notches in the South Carolina tornado warning we're
Yep,
watching.
here's an inflow right there too. Watch. See it? You got to be looking real close to see it.
Oh, just little note. Yes, you do, but you see it in real quick.
And look which way it's going. It's going it's spinning different. It's not going clockwise. It's going backwards.
Nope, it is trying to go anticyclonic, and it's getting fed by the. Oh, this is a dangerous pattern. This is what happened a couple hours ago.
Yeah, see what I did? I walked you through each step. Oh wait, is that a TVS marker I just seen?
I believe so, Skippy.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Let's go BV. Inflow, out. That right there is our same spot. Yep, right there. The 111 and 231 have the radar text on that, please.
Yep.
And we're in a beam too. Let them know we're in the beam.
Attention all radar text. Attention all radar text. We need you to go watch a severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible by Wetumpka. It's going to be the Alabama severe thunderstorm warning. Watch it between the severe thunderstorm warning and the flash flood warning. Watch it just on the north side of Waldsboro.
Rotation just picked up.
Yes, it did.
Rotation just picked up.
There it is. And like we said, it's feeding, and now it's got that anticyclonic, so now it's going to try to spin up. Now we're getting our top getting ready to spin and let go.
Tops are over 60K.
This is a strong storm.
Skippy just said tops are over 60K, guys. Yeah, Kevin just said it's going to be a rare storm, too.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it on en route for a second while I go check out chat.
Skippy said this thing is anticyclonic spinning. Dangerous situation.
This is a mini version of what happened with the winter storm earlier.
Mesoscale
absolutely.
discussion.
This is what we were talking about.
Skippy, are you there on radar? Velocity just picked up on Omega. Really bright orange and yellow.
Not yet.
Nope, it's just trying to start. If it keeps feeding in, though, we're gonna start seeing it come together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probability has jumped to 36%.
Like I said, we're in that tightening up phase. You know, if this was a
Watch it,
spring, we'd
guys.
be pushing it back. We'd be pushing it. They'd be pushing it back right now if it was a spring, to use, you know, some type of metaphor here.
Look at that. That is wicked. Thank you, Aaron.
Carolina storm.
It looks like
Hey,
a
Kevin just said
comma.
he had a CC drop
It
on the
looks
South
like a
Carolina
comma.
storm.
Oh, South Carolina had a CC drop. Okay.
South Carolina had the
That's a
CC drop.
Meso low. Okay, meso low. Okay.
I'm gonna run up on Omega and look at that tornado
And
Yeah,
you
so
warning.
see
that
how in the last scan how big it gets off of that we're gonna call that the comma shape
So the
at the
top
top.
part.
Yep. Look at
Skippy,
how
can you
big
zoom
that
up to the
blew up.
178?
Okay, you guys. Aaron just told me something. And you see this?
Go ahead.
That right there?
Yep.
That's your meso low. That's
Yep.
what's keeping it alive.
That's what I thought. It's pulling it in there and kind of just turning it into like a little, like I said, spinning top. We're kind of like grinding
that's
it
why it's
back and
going
getting ready.
backwards. Yep.
It's at the 178 where we just seen the meso drop on velocity on the South Carolina.
Very common.
Very big, very big, very big. Yes. Very well came together on that South Carolina tornado warning.
Let's check on that real quick. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
It's feeding it. Look at that.
Yeah, it's
At
just
that
to the east of
Woodford.
Wagner.
You can see at that Woodford where it's just going right into it.
Yeah, it's headed for Woodford.
Oh.
That's that CC drop Kevin just seen.
Yeah, and you see that little circle of yellow that ends up in the middle of that inflow notch right there. That's concerning for
Do
sure.
you want to see real quick what the velocity looks like on that on Omega? Show everybody. Because I can do this real quick and then I can jump back to Skippy's. Let's go to this tornado warning and show what we were looking at on the velocity. There you go, Scarlett. Right off of the storm track.
And it's going to east-northeast at 49. And look, the other one's going a different direction too. So that's what you can tell too, that there's two different levels of wind even right in there.
Yeah, now it's not showing anything. But Kevin did say it had a CC drop.
Let's pull up
That
CC.
thing's got 3 inflow notches to it to watch south of Perry. Another rotation is forming there as well. And then south of the anticyclonic rotation we have in Alabama, it's throwing one out to the south of that.
Oh,
Okay.
we've got
All
two
right.
dangerous areas. Headed back to Skippy's.
Down by north, just west of it. Next to towards the airport down there. KXNO Airport.
Confirm.
Hit 4.
Skippy confirmed that, Kevin, on GR2. Confirmed on GR2.
We also call those comma echoes.
Comma
Two
echoes. Is that why it looks like it?
situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, comma echo, man. Like, if that's a thing, that's what I'm seeing, because that looks like a perfect comma shape.
Wow.
That's what it is. It is a thing.
Guys, who you're hearing on the background talking on my Zillow is Kevin Eson, one of our main radar techs. He is very good.
Also involved in emergency management locally in Illinois, so we appreciate him and appreciate his efforts, as well as everybody on the team here who does a fantastic job at doing what we do day in and day out. I'd like to thank you all while we have time, because we usually don't. So I thank you all for being here and being the best that you can be.
You got a flash flood of considerable for Georgia, for Clayton, DeKalb, Fulton, Gwinnett County that goes till 4:30 a.m.
Oh, that's
Eastern Daylight
Atlanta.
Time.
Isn't that Atlanta?
Looking
Isn't
like a
Gwinnett
classic
Atlanta?
super
Yeah,
cell.
it is.
Aye, aye, aye.
History.
Classic of Atlanta looking like
Southern.
a classic supercell.
What's the southern portion and then northern portion for 20?
Kevin just said Atlanta looking like a classic supercell.
Right. The southern part of it, it's got a little supercell there at the bottom with the probability of a tornado at 4 in the hell. It's getting a good hell core at Snow Hill. And then, of course, up there between Alexander City, Dadeville, Deedsville. And then it's trying to form another squall line behind it.
Scarlett, you called it. It's just getting ready to ramp.
I'm telling you, there's
You said it was
something
going to
about
be a late
this.
night.
It is going to be a late night,
Hey,
only because.
get them on electric.
Ooh, yeah. Eclectic.
S9.
Yeah, no.
Elmore County, Alabama.
Okay.
Georgia.
It's on the hook part of our comma.
I'm on right now. All three of those are produced or could produce.
Yeah, Skippy, I'm verifying that on Omega.
Elmore
Hang on
County,
a minute, folks.
Alabama. We need to get that one in. We need to go holler at them.
There is a high likelihood of a quick spinnock on the backside of this MCV.
Okay.
They're choosing to issue a severe thunderstorm with tornado possible for South Carolina. For Calhoun, Lexington, Orangeburg, Richland, that goes to 11:45 tornado possible.
Which we've got that anticyclonic feature over there as well, feeding that and spinning out new
There it is,
storms
right
over there too.
Yep.
Skippy, I'm going to put on Omega to confirm exactly what you are seeing.
Okay.
Please
Aaron said
confirm
Elmore
right there at
County
Eclectic.
and Butler County on Alabama is where you need to watch.
This is where I'm showing that at right here. Is that what you were confirming?
Yep.
Awesome.
It's just always good to double check why we do this process. I know it might seem tedious to those, who maybe haven't seen this process before, but it's good to always check, and recheck before any decisions are made brash in the moment, too fast. It's like having, it's like having multiple car insurance quotes. You want to see who's going to give you the best deal.
Right.
Severe thunderstorm warning for Calhoun, Lexington, Orangeburg, Richland. I have 2 areas of rotation. One to the west and north. One to the west between Woodford and Swansea on GR Earth.
Or off the boards.
Right to the
Going to the
southwest of the
Bills.
Hellcore.
Watch Eclectic, guys. Watch Eclectic.
LaGrange, Georgia. I've got rotation directly north.
Yeah, it's an
LaGrange,
anticyclonic.
Georgia.
It's anticyclonic.
Not LaGrange
itself.
again?
It's basically going to
Yep,
spin on
LaGrange.
itself, if I'm right, Jared.
Oh, if
Kevin,
people don't know,
watch
earlier
LaGrange,
today we
too.
had LaGrange. We had LaGrange,
LaGrange is in
Georgia,
it
which we
again,
had the
too.
tiger. The tiger that got out of the cage earlier at the drive-through
2.
safari. So
was
Or the
2.
tiger got loose.
2.
2 tigers. 2 tigers. I repeat, 2 tigers. I am corrected by Skippy.
I'm stepping outside, so keep it on radar, Omega, please.
10-4.
10-4, I will jump back to Omega.
I mean, I still have it running. I'm just not going to be able to switch it at the moment.
North.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
no, we got it. We appreciate
I'm
it when you
supposed
let
to
us know
have
what
the
You're
you're
on
doing
with
northern
with
that.
stuff.
lights. If the solar storm is large enough or strong enough tonight, I should be able to see the northern lights. So I'm going outside to check real quick.
I'll check numbers for you.
Hey, look,
We
Brenda
I don't
Dare's
think it's going
live,
to be
guys.
strong enough.
Currently, we have KP1 conditions now, which would be way up, high north circle. If we get down to KP5 or 6, I'll let you know because that would be your domain.
Okay.
I also follow the
Screw
aurora
it.
and storm weather. Oh, Brett Adair through Radar
Brett-
Omega.
He
Go
is
to
behind
news.
that
Aaron has
storm in
circled the
Eclectic.
areas to watch. If you can send that over.
Oh, was that my end cutting out or is that Skippy's end? Go
Probably
ahead.
mine. Newsroom. I forwarded over. Aaron circled the areas for Alabama watch.
Okay, let
Import.
me.
Thank you, Aaron. We appreciate you.
That's it. Thank you.
Any word about the Mississippi tornado? So the survey is going to take quite a while. I'm sure they're going to use multiple different partners with National Weather
It is
Service.
EF4
It is a tedious
high
process
end.
to get it.
EF4 high end. They're sending a special second survey team. There's a lot of data to go through and a lot of damage, so a second team is coming.
10-4. That's what I was just going to kind of explain is that this process isn't just a quick, we look and we know. Look through multiple pieces of debris, look at things from the air,
that's why
all
they're
of the data, if you can get pressure sensors, if you happen to have
sending
them,
this
all of
special
that stuff.
survey team. Because they specifically said it's a special second survey team.
I can tell you the infrastructure is majorly damaged to the point of it's being compared to Katrina.
Oh,
Sock
wow,
is the man
Sock.
to fill you in on
That's
Mississippi.
devastating. And
Take the
everybody,
floor,
this is
Sock.
Sock. Thank you. Exactly.
Sock is with Cajun Navy Ground Force. Sock, do you want to fill everyone in on what's going on?
Yeah, we were there. We deployed within 2 hours of the tornadoes actually hitting in the area, and we got there, packed up on boots on the ground around 4:30 a.m. the next morning. We've been actively involved since that time. I can tell you
Jared,
for a
mute yourself.
fact, in Rolling Green, the Rolling Brook area is completely destroyed. When I say it's completely destroyed, their water tower pretty much got picked up and body slammed. There's no water tower no more for the city. There's no electrical infrastructure within the town. If there's electricity in the town, it's all generator right now. There's literally the outskirts of town are the closest places you're gonna find a working electrical pole or anything.
Be quiet.
Now, when I do in saying
That is
that,
just
also
unimaginable.
I posted a picture earlier. I don't know if you guys, any of you have had a chance to see it, but we actually have damage to the ground where the tornado landed. It actually made its own dirt path when it landed. So yeah,
I did see that scour.
It is literally the FEMA guys and everybody are calling this comparable to Katrina. As widespread as it is and everything. I mean, we're calling in resources, we're bringing in help that we didn't even have during the hurricane with us.
Absolutely. It's devastating. Like I said, that part of the Mississippi Delta is close to my heart. My family, my ancestry comes from the Mississippi Delta, not too far north of Winona. So it's a very special place to me. Now, if everybody out there would like to become involved or help or donate, Stock, how could they do that?
Well, there's a few ways they could help us. One, they can go to gocajunNavy.org and sign up to volunteer. They can also donate financially on that website, or literally go to our Facebook page and share our videos and our posts. Help us get the words out there. That will help us the most, because what we need corporate America to pick up on this and actually start to send supplies and to send donations and sponsors. And when I say sponsors, we're not looking for money for us. We don't leave until every dime we got has gone back into that community. I mean, we don't leave with a dime in our pockets.
Oh,
There's no
absolutely. And
money
I've
gets
been
paid.
witness to that. Yep.
We are a
I've got into
100%
storms
volunteer
because of
organization.
KGNV.
We are 100% volunteer. We don't leave until we're comfortably knowing that the community has enough resources in place that it can sustain itself on the rebuild process, and B, people have either they have chosen to stop volunteering as much, which is putting us short on hands, and the finances have run out. Those are the conditions that we leave under. I mean, when I say we don't leave just to leave, we're still in Kentucky, guys, from the flooding. We still have teams, boots on the ground, every day working in Kentucky helping rebuild homes after the floods last year. So, and I can tell you for, $3 bill that you donate, because of the discounts and the stuff that we're able to get, it turns into a $12 value for every $1. So if you can support the Cajun Navy, go to the website, gocajunNavy.org, sign up to volunteer, donate financially, and if you can't do that, we completely understand. Please just go to our Facebook page, like our page, and start helping us get the videos and the post out. That will help us the most. Thank you.
Thank you, Sock, for that information. Scarlett disappeared for a minute, so I figured I'd pop on for a quick minute. Looks like we're still watching that storm right there at Eclectic, I'm believing.
Yeah, one little side note before I had gotten kicked out of the stream is just that Cajun Navy and their mission is very close to my heart, because that's how I got into storms. United National Weather Team would not exist without Cajun Navy. And the integrity that they've shown, the way that they show, you can get volunteers, just regular people from all across the country, doesn't matter who you are, they can for you to help. And it's us all coming together as a group, and us all coming together as citizens and individuals who care about one another, that makes the difference. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. So it is a special mission behind my heart. So if you guys tonight feel so inclined to donate to the mission, they need every dollar they can. As they said, they leave everything out there, and they don't leave these communities just, a week or two after. They're there for months, sometimes even years. They coordinate with certain communities if the level of need is great enough. So you guys, this is a wonderful organization to put your money to. You 100% can know when you give your hard-earned dollars, they are going to go help your fellow people who are in desperate need. So I appreciate everybody who's watching the stream tonight. And again, if you'd like to donate, you can go to gocajunNavy.org.
I put
Scarlett,
the link in the
yeah.
comments, and
we'll put it on the screen there.
The more funds we get, everyone, the longer we stay.
Yep.
The longer we stay, the more help we get. The more funds we get to help, the more we go out and deploy. Tornado warning. Stand by.
10-4.
National Weather Service in Birmingham has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Elmore County, central Tallapoosa County, and east central Alabama until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Located over southern Lake Martin, or 10 miles southwest of Dadeville, moving east at 70 miles per hour. Hazard tornado source radar indicated rotation. Please take cover now. But anyways, uh, the more funds we raise, the longer we stay. The longer we stay, the more help we're able to do. And all the money that gets put into that website today, I promise you, it's going back into Mississippi, back to the community tonight and tomorrow, that quick. That's how fast we work. More money we have, faster we deploy out, the longer we stay.
I want to hear it.
Skippy,
Yeah,
your
so even
call.
if you can't donate yourself, please share the link so that other people that you know may donate. Share the Cajun Navy story. As Sock said, share the pictures, the posts, all the things. There's something for you to do, and we can't do this without you. So we appreciate everybody out there watching, and our love goes out to Mississippi. I have decided to call UNWT's connection to this mission Operation Delta Love.
Delta Love. Thank you, Casimiro. He says Cajun Navy are very great. Thanks for all your service. You are very welcome. This is our way to give back to the communities and show support and love. Ooh, is that what I
Yes,
think it is?
and Casimiro is definitely one of those people who share Cajun Navy stuff when he sees that, and is really good activist out there. He's out in Nevada, but he's very good about getting the word out and trying to keep people safe even in his own area. So we appreciate him. He climbed all the way up Sunflower Mountain for Dutch Sense. And so, to make sure to check out some earthquake and fire activity up there. So we appreciate you, Casimiro.
Inroads increasing. That's that spot we all told you to watch.
Yep.
Eclectic. There it goes.
Woo.
This is why it's important sometimes to just keep eyes on certain storms. That's why we need multiple people. So if this is something you're interested in, consider come joining us at the Weather Co-op. Join United
Weather
National Weather
Co-op.
Team. Join Cajun Navy. Join whatever group you can that you're interested in. But if you'd like to learn radar specifically, come to us. We will teach you.
We will teach you.
We will teach you our ways.
Sorry about having to mute, but Skippy, you called that tornado warning.
We did. You got a little one, Jared. We're not, we're all volunteers.
Well, here's the
at
thing.
this point,
if you don't want to do weather, if you can't handle the stress of weather, or you don't have the equipment to do the radars and stuff, that's okay. I've still got jobs for you. I'll teach you alerts. I'll teach you how to find resources. Me and Saw we can use you on the disaster side. Please come talk to us.
Yep.
If you're wanting to help,
this looks
there
better
is a
on
job
Velocity
for
Tilt
you.
2.
Everyone is saying check Montgomery.
That was earlier. Skippy.
This looks on Velocity,
but if
high
you
res
wanna help,
Velocity.
there's
This
a
looks
way
even
to
better
help.
on Tilt 2.
Give me a minute. I will put it on Velocity Tilt 2.
I'll start counting.
There's a
I
way
got
for
your
everybody to
RTO
help,
as
though. Like
well.
you said, we'll find something for you guys to do if you feel like you need to help. If you're at home and you feel terrible for the people of Mississippi or for any storm or natural disaster that you see, we're here. We're ready to deploy to try to get resources together. We can't do it without all of you and getting the word out, though.
We have a very large and growing remote team along with our ground response units. We use our remote teams for all of our technical stuff.
That is true.
We use our remote teams I'm always
I
looking
was
for
in Minnesota
candidates.
working in Harvey, so that's just an example of that remote team. I was talking to EOCs or this or that, or people down there, and I was up here in Minnesota.
Exactly. We're always in connection. You'd be surprised some of the connections that I make, some of the people I talk to in a day from all over the country.
I'm sure. Globe-trotting, digital style.
It's what it feels like. It's what it feels like sometimes. Exactly.
If you have a disability or a learning disability or issues with reading or you can't read, I still have a job for you. When
Yes,
people
we
tell
do.
you no, I say, watch me, let me find that workaround. If you know how to make a phone call, if you know how to send an email, if you know how to send a text, if you know how to scroll Twitter, Facebook,
I don't know how to
Instagram,
scroll.
TikTok, Discord, all the platforms, I have a job for you. Come talk to us.
Yes. Absolutely. We have quite a few members on our teams who have disabilities, including the not being able to read disability. I'm not going to say names or anything like that because, you know, our discretion is important. But I know they would want us to use them as an example because there's jobs for them and they do excellent work.
Absolutely.
Scarlett, don't forget, we also have our mentorship program too.
Yep. But
That is true.
And our minor
And I know
mentorship
Skippy with
program.
the and then the minors too. Minor program you guys got going on there with the National Co-op as well. You know, getting young kids, the next generation interested, involved, and showing them how to, you know, be in action.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times on literally the last two disaster deployments. I don't know how many of you know, but we were excuse me for a minute. We deployed our remote teams for the resources in California when everything started going down there with all the snow and people getting trapped and stuff. And I literally got a hold of Skippy on Zello and said, "Hey, I need help." And literally the whole team was on it. I mean, we had everybody working, and there's, like I said, there's positions for everybody. You know, whether it be
there was amazing things happening. There was drops of hay happening with birds and all types of stuff. It was amazing work you guys did in California.
Oh yeah.
At the BV real quick. Zoom in.
Yeah, Jared, switch to Skippy.
Boom. Oh, switching to me?
Oh, is that what you were saying? Or did you say something?
If you want to.
Was that what you said? I mean, we can.
You want to
I can switch to Skippy.
BV and Enrot, and then flip to CC, please.
I'm switched to you. Go right ahead.
Oh. Look. On the 49.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Touchdown. Or at least close to it.
It's trying to do something. Not.
It's still trying to have some action.
It's up to 39%. Oh, look, it's hooking.
Oh, yeah.
No.
What?
I'm joking with you. You were talking about it hooking.
Oh.
It's that was the badumpt.
We like to have fun on here.
That's absolutely
Scarlett, also don't forget we're also building our rescue team and our mobile team, and we're also teaching people how to chase.
We have been working with
chase.
Absolutely. One of our goals with United National Weather Team is to basically also have teams, if they're out chasing, to also have our rescue team behind to deploy just in case for, you know, instances like this, to be able to hold it down for a little bit with a little bit more logistics than maybe the basic chaser might have.
Should we be expecting a tornado warning? Okay, they may be walking it right now.
Ooh. Yeah, so that is our ultimate goal with United National Weather Team, is to have our storm team who does all of the things, and then have rescue side as well.
Don't forget, Scarlett, we also have nonverbal members too. Ozzy just popped off on the chat, private chat.
Yeah, we do.
That is true. We do have nonverbal members. We will take nonverbal members as well, or even deaf members. If we can make that work somehow through videos and things of that nature. I would like, if somebody is an ASL interpreter, to get in touch with me and knows ASL really well, that knows the signs for this, because I would like to be able to make videos or have even a separate live stream for them that could be an ASL, because I don't know anybody who's doing that.
Goofy shoes, a giant stick of celery.
March to early April looks to be very active severe weather for the deep south. EPS and GEF agree. Sorry.
Also,
Up in the
Also-
parts of the Midwest and Ohio Valley.
Oh,
oh wow.
Season has started.
Also, while we're on live stream, can we bring up day 6 and 7 with the SPC?
yes,
the
there is a
Oklahoma
risk
and
at the
the
end of this
plane?
week.
I'm going on my first storm chase, y'all.
Are you? Where you
Friday,
going?
us local boys.
Don't know
will
if
be out.
Illinois or Iowa, but we're going.
Yeah.
Joplin local boys will be going out on Friday because it looks to be a day chase.
Tornado warning off the board.
There we go.
Oh, by the way, Jared, that's day 5 and 6, not 6 and 7.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank
Day
you,
5 and
Noah.
6. Thank you, Noah.
Meteorologist Noah
No.
Deer there.
I think Noah might come down on Friday
Dang,
and join
that's
us
a
too down
small
here in the
tornado
Joplin
warning.
area.
It's expired.
Yes, it
That is a
is.
small tornado warning.
Tidy polygon.
My goodness, I've never seen that.
Unless they're going to recycle it.
It could be.
It's like covering.
Yeah.
Or they're
like
just
2
trying to give it
towns.
a chance to see what's going to happen, and then they'll. I can't tell if it's losing that comma shape or almost getting even more
We gotta see
intense
if
as
it's
it's in that last
recycling.
frame.
It's
Yeah.
gaining it by Dade Hill and Camp Hill. Dadeville and Camp Hill.
It doesn't help that I got it moving. See?
Oh,
It's
and it's
trying
going
to
to go back
recycle.
towards Milledgeville again, and Milledgeville got hit earlier today. That's that tour we called
We're
this
trying to
this
figure out if
morning.
it's recycling. Remember, SPC said at the end of the night we could see it go from east to west.
That's true.
Go back to the west?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
We have a TVS marker on Omega.
In this storm or somewhere else?
Don't forget we
And
still
no,
got
this
watch down
storm.
here too.
Well, yeah,
Let
it's
me, Skippy, let me
a
pop off
tour.
Omega here
Yep.
real quick on this and show Scarlett where it's popping off on that TVS marker. Right here at Lake Martina, but right here at Dadeville and Camp Hill,
Mm-hmm.
Dadeville.
Okay, yeah.
it was
Okay, let me
trying to comma out a little more. Let me get up reflective. There you go.
Okay, yep, there it is. And you can see
Here's
where
that.
it's kind of feeding in there into that comma shape still,
280.
where it's got
I wouldn't be
access to
surprised if
get
they
airflow
reissue.
in still.
I wouldn't be surprised if they reissue that tornado warning. Scarlett, I got to be jumping off here a little bit later. When I pop off this thing, it'll still keep you guys going, right?
Yeah, no, we'll be
Oh,
fine.
Whoever started streaming it.
I started streaming.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter even if everybody left, as long as nobody hits the end button, it would still be there, just blank.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, since we
Yeah.
streamed how long without hitting the live button?
Yeah, true. That's true story, everybody. That is a true story.
Don't ask.
But
Don't
to be
ask.
fair, we have had back-to-back storms, and I haven't been able to train everybody individually on how to use the StreamYard, what buttons to press, etc. So we've just been kind of throwing Jared in here in storms, and he's been winging it, doing the best he can. So, I mean, he's
Yes,
been
I have.
pretending like he knows what he's doing. So, you know, you guys, we get what we get. We're all volunteers. So,
That's right. Maybe one of these days. Oh, Scarlett, we did get our LLC license. We forgot to mention that.
yes, we are a registered business as well. So that is something that you guys can, that has changed recently. So yes, feel comfortable donating to
We
us.
also
We are in good standing.
have our PayPal if they want to donate.
They're
with
sending
emergency
Yes,
out a severe
absolutely. If anybody would
thunderstorm
like to
warning
donate, if
for
you like what we
Calhoun.
do here.
Tornado threat
What
seems
was
to
that?
have diminished for now. Calhoun's getting a severe thunderstorm warning.
Ooh.
Tornado threat seems to have diminished
Okay.
for now, so they're giving it time to
Okay.
rebuild.
Okay, guys, this is an
Let's
update from
watch
the
it. Yep. At
SPC.
this point, it's just wait and see with these cells.
Yep.
It looks like the area that I was explaining that was by that lake. I can't see exactly what it's called, but it looks like that's closing in a little bit more where it's not getting access in to flow into the storm. So that could be why it doesn't have as much feed to keep spinning.
Hey, Aaron, have you seen the first EM gun? Have you ever heard of that for weather? First EM gun test for weather, electromagnetic gun.
I think it's diminished for the evening. I think the next.
They're
Start
claiming that this could
Skippy.
end violent storms. What?
Are they predicting another kickoff time, or is it diminishing for the night? Is what the team is asking.
Diminishing for the night.
Diminishing for the night.
Yeah, they said prime time was until 11.
What is the term they used, Skippy?
Electromagnetic
To describe
gun.
that?
There's- Which one?
That's interesting.
Yeah, they're saying that it could help potentially end violent storms. I'm still checking it out.
Well, they definitely to get people prepared than have them underprepared. Under
Okay, I'm watching
preparation
this.
causes loss of life and property.
After 20 minutes.
E3 is actually still viewing the live feed. I'm in here also.
Huh, it may actually work. I'm having Aaron look at it to see.
Scarlet.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Everybody's
Oh, yeah,
going to
you
start
can.
going
Yep.
10-6 and 10-7 on the team due to the severe weather threat diminishing for the night.
I would
They're
have
gonna
them
start
hold for
going 10-7.
30 to make sure. Tell them they can go to 10-7 at 11.
E3 is still
10-7
here
and
on the
11.
live feed, by the way.
Hey, Richie.
I've been monitoring. Yeah, I was trying to say a minute ago, but my mic was muted. Yeah, I've pretty much got StreamYard figured out too. That's why I was helping out run the stream the other day.
Low broad rotation, southeast Montgomery.
Ugh.
Montgomery County, Alabama rotation. Yep, southeast.
To throw in a little side note, my comms are off because my phone did die.
35%. That's on the tail end of
And
that.
I'm
Like
waiting
we
to
all
see
been
what
talking.
Kevin says. I'm waiting to see what Kevin says.
Well, you got to remind them too. There's watches still out till 1 a.m.
Yep. And then there's a severe thunderstorm watch too.
Yeah, that's 11.
Okay, so that's good.
Well,
Wait.
if the threats die down,
Got
I'm going to pop
1,
off out of here so I can get some sleep for
11,
work.
and 1.
Okay. Well, who did I got here? Is Richie here now?
I am.
You got Richie, you got Noah, Skippy, and Sock.
10-4. We have got the elite crew here. Not saying that everybody in radar room's not elite. We love you, radar room.
This part of the elite crew's got to go to bed and get ready for work.
I was going to
All
say
right,
my
well-
day starts about 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I figured we'll just watch it here maybe for the next 15, 20 minutes, just kind of assess the threat. If we start seeing it trail off, then we will just, we're always monitoring in the background. You guys can always go to Zello.com/United National Weather Team. Skippy could probably put the link to her channel for the National Emergency Alerts in the comments as well. And then we will post that from United National Weather Team Facebook page. So be looking for that so that you can get the direct link to get over there.
Cajun Navy Cajun Navy Disaster Response Channel on Zello also.
Okay. Let me grab that too.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll link all of those channels after. You can find all of us there. Time.
A minute. I'm trying to get the link for our weather team page to put it up on the thing.
Yeah, because
Give
I
me
don't
just
have
a
your
second.
alert channel because I've got over 10 of those. And your guy does
I'm sure you do.
amazing. Your guy does amazing. Though I will
Adam
come over
is
if you
on
need,
point. We love Adam. He is good stuff.
if you need a fill-in, I got you.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to get. The
We
thing
lean
linked.
on each other in this world. That is for sure.
It is trying. That's it. That's the end of that comma that we were
Yes.
looking at. So now it's trying, and it's at 52%.
10-4. It's that one we were watching out Montgomery, Southland, that South Montgomery storm.
Yep.
Skippy just
Okay.
said
Yep.
the tornado
Yeah, the south of
probability is
Wetumpka.
52%.
Yeah, that cell down there. Okay. It must have caught up to the main conglomeration and then started to act out.
I guess I'm gonna have to do it this way. Go up here on Facebook. And do it this way. I can't type tonight, Scarlett.
Rich, I got to say.
You're glitching.
Yeah, you broke out a bit there, Scarlett.
She's a robot.
South Carolina again.
Through some of the damaged areas in Mississippi. So
Carolina
actually,
2.1.
Ozzy, we should have some pictures that we could show.
So
Are you looking for pictures for Mississippi?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Okay,
Cajun
go
Navy's
to
got
our
tons.
Facebook page. There is a
Oh yeah, we
ton
could
of
probably
them
share
on
their
there.
page and go through and show it.
Yep. And there's videos. Do that because while we're waiting on, we don't need to have the radar up while we're waiting to see what this does.
So
We
if
can break
somebody
through.
who has the computer access right now,
Oh, I do.
which one is she, Noah, who?
Not in the severe thunderstorm. Go south.
I'm trying to get the Facebook link to our page.
I got. Oh, you are.
I'll go
Okay.
get it, Jared. Don't worry about it.
I got it
Oops,
now.
I gotta
I
clear
found
all
it.
these messages.
Had to go on the web to get it.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right, we'll put Skippy there so then we can show some of the pictures and current damage. It's important to know what it does look like down there because once you start seeing some of these images, completely your heart sinks.
And you guys,
We're
we're just volunteers that are going to do this willingly, knowing this is what we're gonna see.
Yes. Yes. So be prepared that it creates a lot of emotions. It is a stressful, high intensity job when you are boots on ground and ground force.
Let me know when you want me to flip to the next one. You might want to put it full screen, dear.
Whenever you're ready. Yeah,
Flip full
absolutely.
screen.
Hold on. Let me see how. Yep. Give me 1 second here. I think this would be
Okay,
full
let me
screen.
go
There we
back.
go.
Because that way we want to get the full effect here.
Absolutely.
Derek sees it too. Yeah, it's starting to tighten up a little bit. We'll see.
There goes our weather team.
I'm gonna count to 10 in my head between each picture.
Why are you muted, Jared?
He's paying this tribute to Mississippi so the team don't bleed through. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna
I mean,
put a
just
comment
look
over
at
here
that.
so you guys can see.
Not a leaf left on a tree. Barely any bark, but not a leaf left.
Okay.
Like,
If you look in the comment, and I'll have to share in a moment again the screen. The tornado in Mississippi actually scored the ground, which means it left nothing but dirt in its wake. You can see where the tornado went.
Oh wow, Skippy, do they have a confirmed death toll yet?
24 so far.
Wow.
Sometimes Grandma's the only one that can get her to sleep.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to all of the families and people connected. You know, in a town of only 2,000 people, in like Rolling Fork is, and some of the other towns, Silver City and Amory, you know, these are small, tight-knit communities. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows somebody who's affected. You know, this is a big, life-changing deal for these communities. You know,
And it
they're
was
definitely going to be
damaged
changed from
for
this moment
200
forward.
miles.
Say that again, Suck.
There was damage total found.
Wow. I seen a post about a check that was found in a yard 133 miles away from Anguilla.
Yep, a cat written out
There
for
was a-
cash.
The significant damage, that you're seeing, that kind of damage was 97 miles from where it hit the ground to up to Amory. That's where it literally, Amory is pretty much where it ended with the substantial damage, but it kept on trucking, and there was stuff found 200 miles from where it started.
Wow, 200 miles. You know, Sock, looking at these pictures, makes me wonder, look back and realize how lucky I was with the Joplin tornado, May 22nd, 2011. I survived the
how lucky
Joplin
a lot of you
tornado.
are on the team. Don, Adam, Noah,
I'm gonna pause
you know,
right
Travis.
here.
Look at that.
Just let that sink in.
Pulled up roots. Pulled up roots.
There's a picture or a video up there where a tree got picked up and practically thrown through a house. When I
Yep.
say thrown, like the roots and all came through the roof and got planted into this guy's bedroom within 5 feet of where his bed was.
We will play it. They won't be able to hear the video, the sound, because my microphone, unless one of you guys plays it at the same time. But we're gonna play that. We were in that house.
It should allow your screen audio to go.
No, I don't have I have a headset on. I don't have a microphone built in.
Oh, 10-4.
Look at that. Look at that. Let it sink in. That house is gone. And their stuff is up in the tree.
Same as Joplin. I still wake up with nightmares from Joplin.
There's the water.
It was a hard night for all of you guys. You know, the other night, it was a hard night for all of you guys because you guys know what it actually means. You know what it's like to rebuild your town. You know what it's like to get out and help. You know what it's like when you guys are all you have. Everybody has to just stand up and rise together and have it be your moment. But for this little tiny town, it's so much for them. At least all of Joplin wasn't taken out. You know,
Guys, as soon
I mean,
as-
honestly,
as soon as
truly.
this tornado lifted, I kid you not, the people that make the decisions were on the phone to us saying, "Guys, come," and that's how quickly we got deployed.
And we brought
Wow.
all this water and other things that you guys aren't even seeing yet immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarlett, I also
They
lived
said
through the Pierce
they did
City
say on
tornado.
Fox Weather. They did say on Fox Weather today that they had an influx of supplies that they didn't even know what to do with. So they did kind of hint at the fact that there is already a lot. You know, they got to figure out logistics, but people did jump into action right away, including a lot of the chasers, which we appreciate everybody who went out and tried to help. You know, there were even people who went out and tried to honk their horn in town and yell to people, hey, a storm's coming. Hey, a storm's coming. You know, and I appreciate those people too, because even at the last minute, they maybe saved a few lives because of that.
We got a
And that's what this is.
53-foot semi full of supplies in today, and I'll probably be getting another one in there. I'd say Tuesday or Wednesday, and then that'll be
I'm going to
two more.
talk to a few businesses that I have some leads on that are grocery companies that might be willing to help. So I'll get back to you on that when I find out anything, but I am reaching out to see what we could do. See if they
I
want
will
some
tell you the
publicity, want
big
to work something
long-term
out.
need. It may sound
Scarlett,
ridiculous, but the big long-term need is going to be major need is going to be water.
Yep,
all
10-4. Yeah,
Look
because
at
if they
that.
have no water infrastructure, every water is going to have to be
None.
trucked in.
Yep.
Yes.
right.
I mean, fuel cost, and not even the cost, but I mean the fact that where we're at, you guys, we can't even we have to drive 30 miles from our safe camp to pick up any fuel to get to a working gas station.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
That
Scarlett,
means
this
everybody
also
else doesn't have
reminds me.
gas,
Yep.
even if they have a
This
car.
also reminds me.
And
That's why
most of the gas
that's why I
stations take
laugh.
cash only.
That's why I'm laughing
Mm.
at these guys that are saying bring generators, bring generators. I'm saying, okay, if they bring the generators, how are you going to fuel them?
Yeah,
You
who's
know,
going to come bring in, some mobile tankers of fuel and have somewhere to store it, or mobile fuel storage tanks, or what?
they're
Who's
not
bringing
thinking
that in?
about it.
Because we need them.
I mean, we're
Yeah, and then who's going to not steal from it and have it be an issue? But yeah, if you're going in there too, if you find a way to help and you connect, definitely always have, your own fuel. It's a must.
And please do not self-deploy without getting a hold of
No,
one of us.
correct. We will get
Because
you to
we
the
have
right people.
We have the towns shut down. When I say they're
Yeah.
shut down, you're gonna encounter the National Guard when you try to go in.
Right.
And
It's for safety purposes at this point. I mean, it is
if
so
you don't
beyond the
have
pale.
if you don't have the
sent-
proper information to get you through the gate, you're going to be turned around. I mean, we've already had situations where people tried to self-deploy, and I'm going in to drop off supplies and this and that, and they couldn't even give a valid name of an organization that was on the ground, and they got turned around. But
Well,
it
Scarlett,
is what it is.
We also had Springfield, Missouri, send 130 people from our Missouri Red Cross here that I believe they have deployed down there. They flew out last night, I believe.
Red Cross is big down there right now, and we're thankful for the Red Cross because they're doing a lot of sheltering. They've got 3 active
wonderful.
shelters set up.
Yeah, because the biggest thing is they didn't know where to put people. Everything was gone. There wasn't a reliable building to put people in.
Do you know what stood? Out of a whole Rolling Fork? You know what's the main thing that stood that was able to be used?
What?
The armory.
Wow.
That's where EMA and everybody has set up, is in the armory, because that's their really the most solid building they had there.
Yeah, they use a lot of simple brick facade down there in the houses. A lot of people live in mobile homes, campers, even. And it's very poverty based in these areas for sure. There is no wealth in these cities.
The third worst in history.
Okay, we're gonna do the video.
Okay.
Then we'll come back. Well, here we'll go ahead and go to these pictures real quick. We'll just go down.
This reminds me so much of the second tornado I survived, Scarlett, that I haven't told you, and it was the 2004 tornado that took out Pierce City, Missouri. It was an EF4 that hit the whole town. Maybe
I
about
was there for
300
that
people.
deployment.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
How many times have we met people lately, Jared, that you have actually probably, who are around in the same vicinity? It's amazing how so many of us work in the same circles.
I was there for Joplin. I was there for the other one in Missouri. I was there for Katrina. I was there at 9/11.
Wow. We thank you, Sock, for all of your service and dedication and hard work.
There's their gas station.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, look at that. If
That's
it
why
was
I said,
pulling up
wait a minute, we'll
roots,
do them.
I mean, yeah, if it was pulling up roots, I mean, your tanks are probably destroyed. I mean, honestly, truly.
Yeah, I mean, we figure the whole infrastructure is destroyed.
Yeah.
There's
How do
the
you
other part of
rebuild
their gas
that?
station. How do you rebuild that? Sock can tell you.
And who wants
'cause
to
we're
stay to
doing it.
rebuild after living through that? There's only 2,000 people. I mean, I really
that's
hope
the
the
thing-
love
that's
of
the
all
thing,
of
they
the
won't-
volunteers that's coming in, the love, the care, the support will help invigorate the people of Rolling Fork and give them the rock to stand on to get back to a beautiful town with good people, good folks,
There
salt
used
of
to
the
be
earth
homes
folks.
there. There used to be homes there. Can you
Wow.
tell me where they sat?
You can't even tell. You would think that's a nature area potentially
That
even,
used to be that right there used to be a modular home community.
Oh my goodness.
Literally, that used
And
to
those
be a
are built
modular
on
home community.
foundations, y'all. Modular homes are built on foundations.
Yeah.
They may be modular in wall side, but they are, bolted down on foundation. They're a little bit more secure than a mobile home, but still not a secure option for storms necessarily, especially nothing of this magnitude. I mean, that's absolutely next level.
Guys, when we say this is comparable to Katrina, it was. It
There's
is.
their other gas station.
Oh,
Right there.
Yeah.
I mean, even just the horizon's clear. And I know this kind of area of Mississippi got trees everywhere, creeks and all that. I mean, it's usually more forested around. Folks would have trees that are big and lush and, it's getting ready to be planting season. This is devastating for the farmers in Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's terrible.
You guys, I can't even tell what roads they're on down there with all the debris. They're
We don't
having
have
to get-
signs. There's no road labels.
Oh, I understand that. Can I tell you all a story about Joplin
Absolutely.
while we're talking about this? So I worked search and rescue with Jasper County, and then I also worked on the Red Cross. So I was doing double duty, working shelter and search and rescue. Well, I'd brought my 4-wheel drive out because they were requesting 4-wheel drive trucks. I got to 20th and Duquesne, a place I know all tremendously because I lived in Dunawig at the time. And when I got to 20th and Duquesne, it was so black. The gas station was so messed up. I didn't know where I
75% yesterday. I'd say 95% of my hometown is gone. Businesses all gone.
Mhm. Oh, we can hear it.
Oh, can you?
I stand right around town.
Well, yeah, what do you do?
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can hear it.
I mean, like,
I'm
where do you even
Francis Womack. I delivered the mail in this town for 25 years. I'm retired. This is unreal.
Mhm.
I know everybody.
Mhm.
And, my relatives here.
Mhm.
Then I have been here for years.
Mhm.
This is our video
Delivered mail
graphic,
here
guys.
all this time, and the post
This
office is
lady
gone too, isn't
does-
it?
The roof's gone off, but it's still standing there.
Yeah.
All she does
Sound is going, coming right through. Yep.
Disaster, doing this kind
I
of work
imagine
for
they're
us.
delivering mail.
Mm-mm.
This is just somebody put pure devastation, and after I couldn't see the whole town yesterday. Now you can ride. It is pure devastation. You could probably count the homes that didn't get hurt
Mhm.
in two hands.
Mhm.
And you're from where?
I'm from Kentucky, but we're from Louisiana, all of us here, Cajun Navy.
Cajun Navy. I seen that on some shirts somewhere. Maybe around here. We were out here yesterday. My good friend lives right down there, and he wasn't at home. And his house got
You get ready to
Didn't
see
blow
a whole
away,
lot
but the
more
whole
than church
roof,
lady.
everything in his yard is everywhere else.
Yeah.
And he has a lawn mowing service. He won't be mowing lawns anymore around here.
Yeah, not anymore. Hmm.
That sounds like Miss Karen.
No, that's not Karen that's doing the videograph work. That lady is she's from Kentucky. She does all the videograph work.
Sorry, I just had to cry. It reminded me of Joplin. I feel for these people.
Look at that.
It's a hard pill
That
to
looks
swallow.
exactly like
Even in
Joplin
disaster work.
from 26 to Flying J. Jeff Petrowski even stopped and started doing search and rescue at the high school and was just trying to pull people out of houses. Joplin was a very high populated area. That's what was bad about Joplin.
Yes, it was.
And, you know, it was Saturday. MSS Joplin School was supposed to have their graduation Saturday, but it rained, so they postponed it until Sunday. And at 5:50, when the tornado hit and was gone by 6:15, they
There's
had
their water
just
tower.
let out for high school graduation.
Look.
Wow, look at that water.
Guys, there's the water tower. She showed you the
Just split in half.
Now do you see why I say it got picked up and body slammed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how you would do that. Like, think about how heavy a water tower is to split like that. Like it was a pop can.
It looks more like an egg that was crushed, honestly, to me.
And then look at the snap. That base is solid. You know what I mean? They build them for stability. And it just crushed like everything's like little tinker toys. Whole semi trucks, whole cars crushed under rubble and sides of walls even. And I mean, wood for days, debris for days, papers, people's lives, pictures, memories, memorabilia, history gone. The whole library is gone. And then it rained, I'm sure, on everything. So, you know, hey, that's great too.
The
But
fire station's gone. The police station's gone. The city hall's gone.
Ever wanted to see what the inside of a water tower looks like? Because there you go.
Yeah. And then look at the ground around it. Look at the impact it made on the ground itself.
Right, with just the water.
Scarlett, here's a fact that Kevin told me earlier. When the tornado hit this town, the sirens never went off.
Because they immediately lost power.
They immediately lost power.
So it all just
There
went
was
out at
no-
once. I mean, it was that
there was
powerful.
no
It just
chance.
popped everything at once.
There was
Yep.
no chance for the sirens to go off because it's literally by the time the National Weather Service put out the warning, the tornado was already on the ground and it had already knocked out the power.
All you had were the storm chasers that ran up and down the road, screaming and yelling and honking.
Do you know what? And I'm so proud of them because they were so brave in that moment.
It's the right thing to do. They definitely, you know, some people under pressure sometimes, you know, make different decisions, but that was absolutely the right thing to do. Hang your head out, act like a crazy person. It didn't matter. Make as much attention as you can.
I was looking at
brings back
Adam
so many
Lucy.
That's why I want to carry a bullhorn with me. Just in case you just need that bullhorn moment, like attention citizens. Like,
Well,
for real,
why don't
like,
you consider getting one of the CBs with a PA in it, and then you can have the loudspeaker attached to your car, and you'll get even more sound out of that than you would out of a bullhorn.
Well, and here's the thing too, and I was reading the article today that came out. Zach and them said they were literally honking their horns.
Yeah, you said that, Dwayne, that people could absolutely be able to then deploy real-time alerts in that type of life or death situation. You know, obviously, I don't want to see anybody using it just for, you know, playing around. That's not cute. But for that situation, have they, we'll never know. We'll never know. But it just, we could have tried. That's all.
Okay, you guys need to listen to this one. This one's near and dear to us.
Oh boy, this is the one that'll bring
You okay?
tears to your eyes.
Get the tissues.
Sir, it's bad, isn't it?
This is the first
Do you
health
live here
we
alone?
encountered, you guys.
I'm with a nonprofit. Yes, sir. I'm with Cajun Navy, sir. I'm with a relief nonprofit. I'm with a Cajun Navy. That we're a nonprofit that helps. We're with a nonprofit that helps folks. Are you here alone? You live here alone? Do you live here alone?
Oh no.
No.
My wife's in there in the bed.
Your wife's in there in bed?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, good. Good.
I got back.
You got some trees, you got some damage here, don't you?
Blowed out,
Yeah,
and I got, and then my son's bedroom,
yeah.
there was a lamb come right down over his bed, but
Okay.
he was in the hallway when it hit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
where are you from?
Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with the Cajun Navy. That's me. That's us.
Cajun Navy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I've heard a lot about y'all.
Have you? Is it all good? Well, I see your trees are blooming and everything. They didn't
Oh,
blow the
man.
leaves off the
I
trees.
got that tree there,
Yeah,
this one here,
yeah.
it didn't get all
Beautiful
of it.
magnolia. Let's look around a little bit.
Come right around here.
Yeah.
See that big old tree?
He's got a lot of damage in his yard.
Show the roof, Rob.
Yeah. Be careful there. Don't fall on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm 85 years old and I just ain't able to do nothing.
Well, it's frustrating, isn't it? What's your name?
Gilbert Tucker.
Gilbert Tucker.
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 Tucker. Gilbert Tucker. Okay.
Right.
Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Gilbert. Well, the sun's just coming up and we're beginning to see the tornado came from over there, over that direction, and went that direction and went all the way across town. At least 14 people died so far. At least 14 people died so far.
Christ alive.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
at preliminary at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I
The morning
drove up,
after.
left about midnight, and just drove into town just now. So
Well, man, fella lives in that second house right there.
yes, sir.
Me and him are real good friends.
Yeah.
And he comes down about twice a week to check on me and my wife.
Okay.
And we were sitting in there talking about tornadoes going around us, you know. He said, we're going to get one. Before it's over, we're going to get one. And sure enough, we got it.
What was it like inside? Was it loud?
It was loud because it come across and it knocked the big window out in the back of the house. And I told me and my wife and son, I said, let's get in the hallway. So we did. And
Yeah.
whenever it hit, well, I mean, just come in here just a minute.
Sure.
I'm slow now.
Be very careful there. No rush. How long have you lived here?
I moved here in 2005.
Okay.
I rent this house.
You rent it. Okay. It's a
Okay.
rental house. Okay.
The fella that I rent from, he's a lawyer.
Okay.
And I've been knowing him since he was that tall.
Okay. So he's going to take care of this house for you then.
Come on in the house.
Okay.
John, me and him stayed up about 2:30 this morning.
Okay.
I went in and lay down and got me a little nap.
Get that. No electricity.
Right here so he could watch the door.
Okay. Oh, your son did? Yeah.
Hello, Dad.
Hey, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm with a nonprofit called the Cajun Navy, sir. What's your name?
I'm Glenn Tucker.
Glenn Tucker. It's nice to meet you. Are you his son? That's your dad. Okay.
Hi, I'm Ed Tucker.
Hi, Miss Edda?
Miss Evelyn.
Edna.
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Got it. Okay. I'm deaf.
You see it close that window out right
Oh,
there.
okay. Yeah. Looks like you have some roof damage back there too that you're not going to see till it rains
See, I
though.
got my walker there.
Okay. Yeah, no electricity.
I was sitting in there whenever it hit.
We were, huh? Wow.
But we was back down there in the hallway. And
Well, was that scary for that storm coming through?
Oh.
Yeah. What was that like?
Well, I'll put it like this.
Whenever it hit
I went in my bedroom and just stepped back out when the tree limb come through the roof.
Wow.
And it's still in the roof.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
it
he
rains,
calls
you're
it
gonna
a
get some
real one. Look
water
at the picture.
in there. So you're gonna want to tarp that, get that tarped. That's an important step.
whenever he gets that up, we'll
Yeah.
go back there in his bedroom and just
Yeah.
let him show.
We'll have folks coming into town. They're on their way now. We'll get them out here and get them up on your roof and get a tarp over it for you.
Well, I got to get a tree off of it first.
Well, yeah, we'll help with that too. Yeah, you got to get the tree off and get that tarp. So if it rains, you don't get water.
Well, I
in
got
there.
a friend coming out of Vicksburg this morning. Gonna try to help me cut some of this stuff up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Go down.
Yeah. You're you guys rent the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all right.
You all right, Robert? Sorry, this man.
Hi, Evelyn.
Oh, man,
There's the light right
That's
there.
all the lights you got.
That's all.
Yeah.
And we had it right here and a couple of flashlights, and I was sitting right here. He
Oh.
was right there
When it came through.
when he hit.
Wow. Well,
We
14,
just left the
14
front
people
room.
died so far. I heard that an hour ago.
How
So
many?
14. Yeah. There's houses just a couple blocks over are leveled. They're gone.
Mm.
It went all the way across town. It went 200 miles. It hit Amory,
Amber?
Silver City,
Yeah.
and 3 more towns. Yeah,
I
it
heard-
went 200 miles.
Glenn, get that.
I heard
light
it got steel bow watching too.
Oh, really? Yeah, there's a bunch of emergency personnel out on the highway out there. Is that 61? Is that
That's
what
that,
it's called? Yeah, 61. They're at the John Deere is where they're
Uh-huh.
stationed. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they was using the National Guard Armory right across from it.
Okay.
There's a triage and everything.
Yeah, medical unit there. Yeah, I saw that.
Here's the other one. Right to follow them.
Okay.
There's the tree limb.
Wow.
Go.
Holy cow! Was anybody in that bed?
No.
That would have been scary, man.
I went in there and got my flashlight.
There's a
and
tree
come back
coming
out,
through their
and
roof.
that went boom.
Wow, that was loud, wasn't it? You bet you thought the whole house was coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there's a piece of that
Just so you all know, that was a nervous laugh from him.
maple tree out there.
How long did that last? The sound and all the racket.
I couldn't tell you, but
Yeah.
it didn't hurt this room.
Yeah. That's the way it is. Yep.
Well,
There's no damage to this room here.
Okay.
I saw what kind
Well.
of did that? Years that one come through Kansas.
Do what now?
What time? What year was it?
71.
71?
Oh yeah, another tornado came through.
We lived in Gator when it come through, but we didn't get too damaged.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna I have folks coming into town, and we'll come back in and check on you guys when they get here. And if y'all still need help when they arrive, we'll get our equipment
Well,
and get to helping y'all out.
I'm gonna need some more chainsaws. I got one
Yeah.
back in the back.
So here's the thing with him. Let me go back up. They went over there to check on him again today, and they found him up on his roof.
No, he was trying to get on the roof.
Yeah, trying to get
Oh.
on it.
This is just
No.
sad.
Now, you know, that's because these folks have worked so hard their whole lives.
Yep.
All they know
Oh,
how
yeah.
to do is work. That's it.
And
Yeah.
To
he
see
literally
that-
turned around and with a smile and says, "I'll hold the ladder."
And to
Yep.
see
When he realized the Cajun Navy was there, we pretty much were not going to let him up on the roof. You know.
No, that man don't need to be up on that roof.
No, he doesn't. And to see the damage it's done, like the house is still standing and like you can see like the tree limbs and stuff. I'm just glad that nobody in that house got hurt.
Scott,
Yeah.
have you ever seen the actual pictures from the Joplin tornado?
I mean, for somebody who's lived in it and seen it, you know, it's very similar. It's very eerily similar in the way that instantly everybody's life was changed.
Yeah, that was like the 2013 November storm in Washington, Illinois.
Yeah.
House, the wind was blowing.
This reminds me of Joplin so bad.
This one is Linda. She's a retired teacher.
And you were making a salad in the kitchen when this happened.
I was making me a salad, and I had the TV on, and the newsman was telling about the weather. So he said, if you live in Rollingport, you need to take cover right now. And as soon as he said that, everything went dark. The lights went off and everything. And I made it to my closet, and I sat on the floor in the closet, and I just started praying because I could hear all the limbs and stuff hitting the top of the house. The wind was blowing. It was just like a howling. Mm-hmm. So I just started praying till it was over. Mm-hmm. About it didn't last long, you know, maybe about 5 minutes, but I was praying the whole time. Mm-hmm. Lord, help me. Mm-hmm. Hold my hand, Lord. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah. But look, you did. You got your house still. So that's good, right?
Right, you did.
But you come out and your whole town's not what it was.
Yes, indeed. And we appreciate you all so much.
Mm.
Yeah.
What was
Everything
your-
helps now.
Yeah.
It helps.
I forgot your name already. What's your name, ma'am?
Linda Watts.
Linda Watts. Thank you, Linda. My goodness.
Yeah, she was one of the very,
so
very
much.
few.
About one of the only ones down there.
Yeah, that's the truth. It's about one of the only ones.
These poor folks, like I said, you know, I know what type of people these are. Very humble folks, live very simple lives. You know, don't need much to get by. And now they ain't got nothing to get by. And like I said, for me, I hate to get emotional, but like I said, these are my people. And it's very sad to see.
Well, Scarlett, it's just like the Joplin tornado.
It is 100% like it.
Everybody in the Walmart at 15th Street Walmart, a lot of them was saved because a buddy of mine named Charlie Godsmith, who I grew up with and I graduated high school with,
None of y'all were hurt.
he
I got hit in the head. I probably need to go get checked out. I haven't yet, but yeah.
he got everybody to the back of the building,
Somebody called. They go hide the finger.
but
Oh, okay.
he lost his life by jumping on top of 3 kids and saving them from a steel beam falling on top of them.
Here's a hug. I may not have much, but I can give out a hug.
So
Absolutely. You said-
I wish I could meet the kids. I really do.
It's just like to see what can happen in an instant, just when you have no alerts, you have no warning until you see it on the TV, and it's just like bam.
Joplin didn't have no warning.
Massive destruction in this town.
Yeah, the sirens didn't go off until the last minute.
That's the video where we started setting up the safe camp. That was literally the first load of supplies that they're delivering right there.
Well, it didn't hit my side of town.
You know, and Safe Camp is an amazing place that gets set up, you know, in these areas that are affected. You know, I seen especially after Ian. A few of my friends, even, I got them connected with people. Caitlin knew. I got her connected with Cajun Navy Ground Force because she wanted to know what to do. And she headed her area in Florida that was a little bit north of the target areas. But, you know, they held it down. I mean, that's what happens. They come in, they stay, and they camp out, you guys. If you have never seen what Safe Camp is all about, it's an amazing place with amazing people, and they make miracles happen daily.
Sorry, Charlotte, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Oh yeah, no, I was done.
To give you an idea when the impact that Safe Camp has during the hurricanes, we were seeing 800 to 1,200 families come through our car line a day. We were going through 2 53-foot semis a day, every day and a half of supplies. You know, and literally when we got there, our people were sleeping in their cars because there was nowhere to sleep. There was no hotels open. There was no nothing open.
Yeah, this is a real rural. If there's a hotel, there might be 1 or 2. Like it's not a large infrastructure system even around them.
Yeah, you have to go a ways. You have to go like to Vicksburg to find the nearest hotel in that area.
Yep.
You know, just think about
All right,
that. Your
guys,
grocery
we are
store,
in
everywhere
Rolling
that you
Fork,
get supplies is
Mississippi.
gone.
Massive destruction in this town, really all around us. Just massive destruction. But here we go, community coming together again, making it happen. We are at 323 Maple. If you want to help, load up your cars, load up your trucks, load up your trunks, load up your trailers, and head this direction, 323 Maple. We need to fill up this parking lot for the community. We got plenty of volunteers. We need supplies here. You're going to come to 323 Maple. There's a parking lot. You can't miss it, right out front. And we're to load up this parking lot. We need water, lots of water. The water tower here was destroyed. It was standing over there at one point. It's gone now. They need a lot of water. Also, food, diapers, personal hygiene, dog food, pet food, brought to the community. There's a shelter set up that this stuff can be sent to, and then we're going to run a drop-off line on this side, pick-up line on this side, drop-off line over there. We have a forklift coming, so not everything's gonna have to be unloaded by hand. But just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a view of what's happening here. I encourage you to come out and support Rolling Fork. If you're closer to some of the other towns that were impacted, definitely feel free to go out there and help them. But lots of damage out here, guys, and lots of need for supplies and volunteers and everything else. To build it, they will come. There's 40 volunteers out here right now today helping to stack this water, and a lot more coming. Anyway, y'all press the share button on this, load up your trunks, your trailers, and your trucks, and head to 323 Maple in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. Thanks, guys.
That reminds me, Joplin, when the tornado hit, we had 2 hospitals. One hospital got taken out and there was only one left standing. They were triaging people, the paramedics, in a Home Depot parking lot and a Lowe's parking lot. That was it.
Yeah, Jared.
Jared,
I
I've seen.
You use what you got.
Jared, me and Scarlett seen that when hurricanes and stuff would come by and medical camps needed set up. They would set up anywhere they could.
Yeah,
They were
Jared,
even
I've
doing
seen
it
that
out of a tent, triage and
in
surgeries
Joplin.
out of a tent in the parking lot.
You have to do what you got to do.
We've
We
seen
have
them
a
in gas
portable
station
hospital.
parking lots, high school parking lots, police stations, anywhere. It's because wherever they can
But
set
in
up
this
and help,
case,
they
there's
will.
nothing.
Right.
I mean,
That's
we're
the true
literally bringing in
devastation of
solar.
events like this.
We're literally
Oh, I'm
bringing
sorry,
in
Zach.
solar power to run the command centers. We're bringing in all that kind of stuff, guys, because God knows we don't know how long we're going to be there, first of all, because apparently EMA and sheriffs are wanting us to do more of their stuff for them, too. So,
They didn't
God
have
knows how long.
much before.
The police force was small in Rolling Forks.
I'm sure
There's
it
got
was.
cops all over it now.
EMA. Yeah. And so somebody has to be there to help these communities, and that's why, groups like us exist.
I worked.
I mean, I'm pretty proud of our local fire department. We just sent 6 guys down there. They left today, headed down there with equipment.
So my question is how long do these camps normally stay set up?
Well, that honestly,
We already
that
answered
depends on
that
the
question,
need.
but we can answer it again.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was working in radar room if you guys probably answered that question.
That really depends on the need. We base it, we always have a running assessment going on, and we do a lot of frequent meetings with the EMAs and EMAs and stuff like that are, at a state level, federal level, local levels. And there's a constant assessment going on. And at some point, to give you an idea, like Hurricane Ian, when it just, in Florida, we were set up for 3 weeks, and then what we did was we went through a transition period. And when we went through the transition period, then we started going into a model of what we call caretaking. And when we move into the caretaking, that's when we actually start going into the homes and helping to buck and gut the houses and, the stuff like that needs to be done. To, really hands-on deck work.
That is
So
just absolutely amazing.
To be quite honest, we don't have a cookie cutter program. We just base it off of the needs of the community.
Sucks.
And that's what makes it unique. That's what makes it different, from
traditional governmental programs that exist. That's what makes this model work, no matter where it's brought to, because it is custom
No, you're good.
tailored for every situation. Every deployment is different. The needs are different, how long you stay, what you provide, what they need. Some cities are more equipped than others. Some are better organized, some aren't. It's all when you get there, you find out, you sort it out, and you start making things work. But that's what makes this particular way of deployment and working with the people and the public work.
And
Hey,
see, and
stop.
Yes, sir.
Let him
So-
finish first, Jared, before you bring up something else. Thank you.
I was trying before Dwayne kicked in.
No, I just finished what I was saying, and I actually just finished the statement that he was going to respond to. So just let him finish that, and then you can answer your question.
No, go ahead.
Whose turn is it?
Yours, Jared.
Oh, okay. How would I, still being part of United National Weather Team, sign up to be a part of the Cajun Navy because I have the services and I've done the search and rescue. I used to work for the Red Cross. I used to work on disasters and everything.
Okay, let me again recap a little bit. There's a lot of ways that you can help.
Okay.
You can choose to work with us on the remote side of things, or you can choose to be boots on the ground. And that's
Hands-on.
what's that?
Hands-on, boots on ground.
Okay, so what you would do is you would go to gocajunnavy.org, fill out the volunteer paperwork, get your stuff done, and then we will get in contact with you and figure out when you're able to deploy, how long you're able to deploy for. You tell us when you're available and how long you want to be gone and whatnot, and then we'll work with you from that level.
Okay, cool. Because at the end of the month, I'm done with my job, and then I'm going to take some time off because I've been working for like 4 years for this company, and then I've been working 10 years in the past straight with no time ever off for family or to do anything else. So,
Okay.
this will be a good experience.
So what I would advise you to do is go to gocajunnavy.org and submit your online application and start working through that. You'll probably either hear from Michelle or from Jennifer. They're the two right now that are working on the applications, and they'll get you through that, and then you just kind of let them know what you're thinking, what you want to do, and go from there.
Okay. I will get that done. Okay, I'm good. Dwayne's turn.
See, in what I was gonna say back to Scarlet is we've worked with the Cajun Navy before, and I knew they did, like they brought out the supplies and stuff, but I never knew they stayed out there for like long periods of time.
There are several Cajun Navy units.
Yep.
A lot of them don't.
So Safe Camp is the one that usually up and stays.
Yeah, that's your Cajun Navy ground force.
Yep.
See, and I think the one that me and Scarlet worked with is kind of more like the
Back when we worked, they didn't have all these divisions, Dwayne. That's why.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, everything was just kind of thrown together back then, and it was kind of just we did this, then we went there, and But now they've separated it out in easier to manage divisions that helps everybody do their job effectively. So yeah, that's what's a little bit different and new now to when then, during Harvey.
Yeah, I'm about to go fill out an application to help on the back end here in a minute. So, because I miss working with the Cajun Navy and everything and help coordinating things. It's something I got out of, and seeing this, I'm like, I want to be
Well,
part
we'll
of it.
find a job for you too, Dwayne. So you can go to CajunNavy.org and get that process started. So how about that? What do we have on the board at all? Is there anything on the board currently?
I
I'm
believe
looking up.
nothing's on the board.
Just want to check while we're all here.
There
We have
is
14, 5 severes. No tornadoes possible. And flash floods and 4 special weather statements.
Just wanted to check
Yes,
in with
Dwayne,
that.
you know, they'll ask you some questions and whatnot in there, and we'll do our best to try to get you if fit where you want to, where you feel like you'd be a good fit.
Sweet. One of these days, Scarlett, I will share with you from buddies of mine and families and pictures I took and some other websites. I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah, we could
all
actually have a
the
special
tornado
page on
pictures.
the website to add all of that. I'm sure all of
Yeah,
you
I had
guys have pictures and this and that to add, so that would be the way to put them somewhere that people could look at them and have it, memorialized.
How many floors was the St. John's?
2.
I had a friend that was in the old St. John Hospital. I think there was 13 floors, I think. It was tall. And she was in a room on the 6th floor. And she survived the tornado because it had tried sucking her out of her window, but her bed stopped her from being sucked out of the window.
Oh, wow.
They couldn't get her in the
I mean, you
hallway.
hear these harrowing stories. That that's one of the amazing things about weather and tornadoes and natural disasters is that when these things occur, I mean, the stories you hear break your heart.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of stories, let's keep in mind that we do have some weather teams that tried to warn their friends, and their friends didn't listen to them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're part of the fatalities now. Our weather team members are living with that. So please, when you have a weather person, be a radar tech, an alerts person, storm spotter, chaser telling you go to cover, please go. Because we have a team member hurting now because they didn't listen. But you notice, I'm not going to tell you who they are. They're still here helping because they care.
That's the truth.
Just had to put that out there.
And do you know what, Skippy? That's the truth, because when me and Scarlett would work hurricanes, we would have people tell us they weren't leaving. And Scarlett had to sit on the phone with a couple who wouldn't leave.
Excuse me? Language.
I didn't say anything wrong.
Yes, you did. Nope, you said the F word.
When she might not be interested.
Continue, Dwayne. Where'd Dwayne go?
Sorry, I was sneezing. But no, like I was saying, we had a couple, this elderly couple, and me and Scarlett had 6 we sat on that phone with them for. And it's you hear people the stories afterwards going like, I wish I left. You go, like, we tried to tell you.
Everybody does as much as they can. It's not a boastful process at all. It's about getting out early warning so that people can protect their lives, their loved ones, their properties, the communities and places that they hold dear that are around them. That's what it's all about. And We don't tell you to try to harp on you or know more than you or any of that. It is literally because we care and we want you to see another day and have your loved ones around you. That's all. That's the only reason why we do it. And I don't want to brag, but a lot of us do it without sleepless nights, without eating, without properly hydrating ourselves, without taking care of ourselves so we can take care of you and your families when these disasters occur.
Go ahead,
Some of us
Sock.
run on 3 hours of sleep in 2 days.
Tim 4. I feel that.
Exactly.
Scarlett was just up for 24 hours and got like 2 hours of sleep.
I'm right there in that club. We're all there with it. And we all do it without complaining. And that's what it's about. You know, it's not about, the contest or any of that. It's just that we will be willing to do this for everybody because we care.
Hey, Skippy, they already seen you last night trying to function up.
A phone call at 6:30 this morning from Scarlett. Get your butt up.
PDS on the board. Let's go.
Did you see another PDS?
No, that was this morning. That was the theme this morning.
That was my wake-up call, Dwayne. Get your butt out of bed, except it wasn't butt. We have a PDS on the board.
Yeah, mine was Kevin.
Mine was Scarlett.
Yeah.
At 6:30.
Do you know what? I don't.
I waited till 6:30 too. I felt like that was a courtesy call.
Do you know what? I don't want to
Yeah,
hear.
that was a courtesy call.
I don't want to hear nothing about 6:30 because during a Melda, Scarlett woke me up screaming at 3:30.
Nobody thought this storm was going to be a big deal, and I knew it and saw it as it was rolling in. And 4 o'clock in the morning, because I'm watching it and I'm seeing it, and it's deteriorating quick and fast. And I got Dwayne up and said, "Get your butt up! It's time to rock and roll." And I mean, it was rocking and rolling.
I thought you were watchdog for a minute because I almost cussed you. I started cussing you out.
I know you did, but I get it. Delirious in the middle of the night. We all don't know who we are. I mean, sometimes I wake up, my radio is next to me. I'm still looking at radar. I got videos or something in the back. I was doing something. Like, things happen.
And that was
the artist.
Oh, go ahead, Sock.
I was just saying, you guys already seen me yesterday trying to function after on 3 hours of sleep in 2 days.
We all get a little strange and weird. I had to warn everybody at church this morning, like, sorry, I've been doing storms all night, so if you see me zoning out, it's just because I'm tired.
I literally went to type certain words, and they were coming out something completely else.
Oh, wow.
I
December
understand.
1st.
When we were in Harvey, I think we maybe got 6 to 8 hours of sleep in a 5-day period.
I got 0 sleep in 5 days, and then we decided that was not healthy, and we weren't going to do that anymore.
Yeah, I've been there. December 1st, 2018. I was there 72 hours. I maybe slept 45 minutes.
Poor Richie, we were covering a storm one night as UNWT, and we was all there. Richie was there, and then all of a sudden Richie was gone, and he said he'd woke up facing the computer, phone in his hand, still sitting right where he was.
Do you know what? There's nights like that because we were working a hurricane. Scarlett was talking, and she just got done yelling at somebody for something. I don't remember what it was. And next thing you know,
I
Scarlett
get
was going,
alerts back then a lot more, so yeah, I'm sure I was correcting somebody, and then we interacted with members of the public on channels, so that always gets a little hairy, and, you got to keep people in line.
I was snoring on the phone.
You know what? 14 hours later, I heard Scarlett go like, I fell asleep with my phone on my forehead. I went like, you did what?
I really did. It happens. We give everything to these missions that we decide to dedicate ourselves to. And so do many of the unseen volunteers, many of the businesses, organizations. People come from all over the country. I mean, it's amazing to see what people can do. And I'll always say this until the end of time. That's one of the things that, it's very sad when these weather events, but it's the one time where people truly come together. It doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, what you believe in. Everybody comes together and helps one another.
My favorite move is doing weather, telling everyone I'm not going to sleep, making coffee. Apparently, I fell asleep. Did a tornado warning, covered someone in a tornado warning in my sleep. Apparently, I woke up 1 hour later and went another 24 hours with that phone glued to my cheek.
See, we're professionals. So good we could do it in our sleep. Literally.
See, it's a good thing that I know that if any of us on here fall asleep and we start talking about it, at least we know what we're doing.
Try falling asleep in an e-meeting. All of a sudden, your phone hits the floor.
That was the rudest thing. Me and Richie were talking, and literally all of a sudden we just see a phone drop to the floor and a hand hanging over the bed, and it was twitching. And we were like, is he okay? Like, we're like yelling for his wife. We're like, is he okay? Just passed out.
It's all right, Jared. I fell asleep during a team meeting with Scarlett talking, and 6 hours later got the phone call going like, "I'm gonna kill you." The first one
didn't mean to.
You guys,
We've been working a long
Go ahead, Skippy. Stop, Dwayne.
So I've had team members in tornado warnings and why they've slept. I've talked to them all night long and told them everything that was going to happen. Let them sleep their tornado warnings. They were safe. They woke up the next day to me on the phone and I told them, "Good morning, sunshine. What were they going to have for breakfast?" Do you know when they're sleeping? After I hung up with her and went to bed, she went and told everyone everything I told her in her sleep. They listen even in their sleep.
See? They're all taking it in. I've done that to Jared too, though. And then he, I'd be like, "Jared, are you even still awake?" "I'm awake." "What did I just say?" And then he will tell me what I just said. So I'll give him credit for that.
It's really
listen
bad
sometimes.
when the founder's wife sends you a message on Zillow. It says, "Go to bed."
We get those every event, a couple times every event. Sock, you and I get that message.
I had to tell Jared's wife to hang up the other night. I said, "Just hang up."
I was asleep.
How many times did we have to tell you to go to sleep today?
Yeah, that's true too.
How many times?
We all try to take care of each other, though. That's what it's about. We try to take care of each other's well-beings and our minds and our bodies, and we try to take care of one another to make it to the next mission. That's what it's all about.
It didn't really help when I turned around and sent a message out that was nowhere close to what I was actually trying to tell them.
Well, and it doesn't help when they tell you to go to bed and you don't go to bed. And then you get the text of, "If you don't go to bed, I will block you out of channel."
Yeah, that happens too.
We get that from Scarlett and Jared all the time.
Yeah, they do. That's true. It's hard for us to let it go, though. There's one more thing we can do, and that's it seems to be everybody who works in this, volunteer, what I like to call civilian rescue network. Everybody's so dedicated, works just as hard as any governmental organization out there, if not 10 times harder. I'll say that myself.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to witness that I have been blocked by Scarlett on many teams for many channels because I'd be up for 48 hours and refuse to go to bed. And she saw me posting on Facebook the one night, true story, and she called me. She's going like, "This is the PG version." She says, "Dwayne, I swear to God, if you don't go to bed, I'm going to thut you right in the back of the head." 6 years later, I got that thut to the back of the head.
Yeah, I told him that would actually eventually come.
Well,
sometimes you gotta give tough love to everybody. We all care about each other. Ooh, what's this?
Wow.
That's
That is
Joplin.
St. John's Hospital, where people were pulled out of the window.
That's correct.
Holy
Joplin tornado.
crap.
I have one of those same photographs that are very similar, Jared, when I was down there doing damage assessments.
Oh yeah. Hang on, because there's several images on Google's if people ain't looked up at them. There's several images on Google.
This
There's
is the
our
first time I've
academy.
seen any pictures from the Joplin tornado.
Oh, Dwayne, there's several. If you go on
I remember
Joplin
seeing it
tornado,
on ABC Nightly News, and that aerial shot that they showed.
Okay, I seen that
I can
one right
still
there.
remember that.
That one I have seen because that's the one me and you've seen, Scarlett.
there's
I mean,
20th
the
Street.
interesting thing when I went to Joplin is that we were driving at night, so I didn't get to see this town at all during the day. But what we noticed while we drove through is that at a certain point in town, all the trees disappeared. You could tell that everything had just been leveled. Like there wasn't a tree, there wasn't a stick, there wasn't anything. It was just cleared. Just cleared.
Hey, E1, you got a question for you on the comments. I put it on the
No, we
screen.
do not currently have nonprofit status, but we don't take any money for ourselves at all. Nor do we have any money. Full disclosure.
You guys, I gotta go to bed. I got
Where's
the
the Home
dog barking
Depot?
at me, and I got Aaron telling me to get my butt to bed.
All right.
Night,
See,
Skippy.
look, this is how it works in action. We got to look out for each other. And I'm sure here we'll wrap it up here as we're talking, as the severe threat has, died down for tonight. But we appreciate you coming into the stream as always. We always appreciate you. It's a pleasure to have you on with us.
We all
Anytime.
love Skippy.
Love you
Time
guys
to
too.
hydrate.
Have a good night.
I'm just showing
Good night,
pictures from the
Skippy.
Joplin tornado that nobody's seen.
Jared needs to go to
Yeah,
bed.
and we
'cause he never
appreciate you
got
too, Sock, for being here and taking your time. And I know how busy you are right now with everything and all the coordination. And we thank you as well for being here and just talking about the mission and getting the word out. And hopefully our listeners will like and share and get the word out as well and try to refer as many people as we can into this organization to just try to make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, we're all in it for one cause,
Absolutely.
Jared, go
Yeah, you and I
back.
have had many conversations so far about this, and
Go what?
our ideals align.
Go back to the one with the people in the road. I was trying to look at that picture.
That was Sock, everybody, leader of Cajun Navy Ground Force.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was like a nuclear bomb went off, Dwayne.
Exactly. Hang on, Dwayne, I'm not done. This is just Google what's on Google. This ain't what other pictures people have.
I've got pictures I can't disclose due to relations.
Well, you
Kevin,
can't
you can
disclose
disclose
they
with
were
me because I've seen
damage
everything.
assessments.
There's the high school in the sunset.
I need to go Google some of these pictures.
Yeah, go look at them, Dwayne.
Google.
I will after the stream.
I
I
hate
mean,
to
you
bring
don't know.
Joplin back up, but
Oh, yeah, there's the thing.
165 total dead.
That's correct.
Wait a
And
minute.
this
I
is
do
that
remember
stripping of the trees. And this is why Jared says it seems very eerily similar.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. When the bark's shredded.
Because, you see these trees, you see an unrecognizable landscape. You don't know what that was. Was it a neighborhood? Was it businesses? What was it?
That was 2502 grand by the high school.
And see now, wait a minute. I do remember the Joplin tornado because yet again I got called yelling and screaming by Scarlett to get up. Seems to happen that way all the time.
Have
The
water,
guy
need
made
beer.
this
That's the
sign.
most real statement I've ever seen.
Truth.
They
You
gotta
just
make
want
this
one,
time, yeah.
legitimately. I mean, honestly, I mean, if you don't drink, I could understand that too. But you know, you're going through such a stressful time. I mean, it's the small creature comforts that make all the difference.
And you can just see how many American flags.
Bruh, and there's so much like people, so much. I can't. I'm trying to find the right word. Not dividedness. No, that'd be the right word.
There's the beginning right there of the Joplin tornado.
Wow.
Now watch. Now watch. Give me a minute here. Let me close that and then do this.
Yeah, massive. Almost.
Oh
I
my
believe it was
god,
almost
that
2
thing is
miles wide.
huge.
It was like 1.5 miles wide. It was the widest in Joplin.
I mean, the sheer power is what gets you every time of these natural disasters. What weather is able to do is honestly at times unfathomable.
Is that a house on the road?
Yeah.
Just listen to the video, Dwayne. It explains it.
I can't hear it.
Mike,
There's no
just
audio.
listen.
Yeah, we can't hear that.
Turn the audio on, Jared.
That's what I have the audio on.
Is it
Give
turned
me a
up?
minute. How do I turn the audio on?
When you share, it should say like share audio. Click on the 3 dots. No, not that one. In the row, down in below, in the row. No, not up there. Down in the row. See that one? Is that yeah? No, no. Can you right click up in the corner? The 3 dots? Nope, 3 dots. No. 3 dots. That's the only options you get in the 3 dots.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh wait, hang on.
Stop
No, I gotta
screen
do
and
it this way.
reshare again, and you should be able to share with screen audio.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Oh, yeah, no worries. And now that you're back, Sock, thanks for joining us back. I know you probably got kicked out. That happens sometimes with, signal. If you get one little lapse in signal at times, it wants to kick you out. And they're
Yeah, that's
hoping
what
to
happens.
fix
I didn't want
this.
you to think I was trying to
Try to
take
abruptly
that
just
without.
leave. Yeah.
Or it's StreamYard's kick Scarlett because Scarlett speaks truth all the time.
Yeah, I do get kicked all the time. That's true. Yeah, so I mean, we appreciate that. Like we told you guys, if you want to get involved with these pictures and these stories and what we're telling you moves you to want to act, we definitely suggest that you donate to go CajunNavy.org as well as or volunteer. You can sign up to volunteer, donate, get involved, as well as if you would like to help fund United National Weather Team, you can donate to United National Weather Team as well.
Can you hear it now, Scarlett?
Yep, we can hear it now.
The Joplin Memorial Marathon,
All right, yeah,
once
just
a
mute and listen
minor
to this.
event on the town calendar, has
They
become
do
a
this every
centerpiece
year on this
in
run.
Joplin's efforts to regain its footing. Thousands have come to run to honor victims and their families, to raise money for rebuilding, and perhaps to move on from the terrible events of May 22nd.
It's 44 minutes long. I'm sorry, but it's the actual tornado video.
Oh yeah, well let's pause it for a second and let's try to wrap it up in case Doc wanted to leave. Just give us 1 second here. I just want to make sure that we kind of wrap things up on that first and just, kind of leave it at that. For, just talking about how you can get involved, how you can be there, and how you can be a part of these events. If you want to be able to do something, you don't want to just sit on your couch and watch these images. There are ways that you can be actively involved, however big, however small, and you do not necessarily need money involved at all. If you have a smartphone, you can be involved. If you have any type of phone, you can be involved as long as you have a way to connect with some of the people out there
that's all you need. You know, when you're even in these towns, even word of mouth, they get people in that way. I mean, it's all just a rolling, moving effort of people who just really care about one another.
If you're on Facebook, that's another good way to get involved. Just go to the, like our pages, share our videos, help us get the word out. Because you guys sharing our videos doesn't cost nothing, but yet it helps us so much. Because we're able to get into the, where the donors are. And the people that see the videos, a lot of them will be impacted and come and donate, which is helping us to fund the abilities of resources, that we're able to do. And the more funding we get, the longer we're able to stay.
And I mean, every single need is trying to be met, from special needs to, special requests, within reason, all types of things are made happen, by these groups down there. It's amazing.
When the hurricane hit, we were staged 150 miles from where the hurricane hit.
I'm about to show
in
the
Tampa.
video on the live stream.
We were staged 150 miles from Tampa, or in Tampa, 150 miles from Fort Myers, and we left the night the hurricane hit. Got there early the next morning, started doing rescues, and we did not leave there until almost Christmas.
Yeah,
and that was why, because we were able to stay and we were able to help and do the impacts that we did. Not because we're somebody special, but because each and every one of you guys supported us in your own way. Whether you went and shared our videos, whether you donated to us, whether you came to boots on the ground and volunteered to help us, everyone has an impact. Everybody can make a difference in the disaster world. And when we say we need you, we're not saying, we're not, we have so many people say, well, you're not talking to me. I ain't nobody special. But yeah, you are. Because you know what? It takes each and every one of us to change the circumstances.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been every type of person, every walk of life, every background. I mean, you don't have to be special. You just have to be you.
Right. Exactly. I agree.
We get so many in there that, I mean, we had people that were medically trained down in Florida. We were grateful for them because we had so many people coming through that had heat strokes. We had people falling out right in our car lines, falling out of their cars from heat strokes. That's the, situation that we were facing down there.
And it was 85 degrees, day one, right after. Everybody has no power and no AC, and it's sweltering, and, they're having to start clean up, and there's trash piled up everywhere. And I mean, it just became a big mess.
If the temperature was 80, 85, the heat index was up around 100.
Yep.
Just think about that. If the temperatures are 80, 85 down there, you're looking at around 100 heat index.
Yeah, especially with the humidity of Florida, especially. I mean, just insufferable.
But that's why we tell people, if you're not able to stand the heat, you're not able to do the physical work, we understand. Join the remote team. Help us. There's always a place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. There is a place for every single person. I just can't stress that enough. I know we say that. It kind of sounds kitschy and facetious, but that is the absolute truth. Everyone can help. Everyone has a place. Everyone can make a difference. It takes all of us to make things work, and that's one of the longer, deployments, especially to help. And, they're still really struggling down there, but there's some really good groups down there that are really trying to help and make a difference. Shout out to Beach Talk Radio down there.
they've done a really good job raising money for their own community and being there and being accountable, even for the after effects, being accountable to insurance companies and contractors and city government and, all the things that become important after disasters. You got to make sure after even groups like Cajun Navy leave that there are other volunteers ready to step in the wings and step up and continue that recovery, even years down the line, even many years down the line after these events, things just aren't quite the same and aren't just quite back to what it was. It never will be. But, you find a
No, it
new
won't.
semblance of what is your new community.
Charlotte, one of the things we find is so many times is, oh, well, FEMA will help us. The state will help us. But think about it this way. You wouldn't want. Would you trust FEMA to build your house? Think about that. Would you trust FEMA to build your home?
No.
Not at all. I've
That's
sent
literally when we hear people say in the disaster community, well, FEMA will help us. Really? Because in other words, you're saying you're going to trust FEMA to come in and rebuild your home for you, rebuild your life. You're not willing to, I know some would say, yeah, I would do it, but please, folks, don't depend on FEMA. FEMA is a very broken system.
Yes,
I can tell you story after story from the hurricanes where FEMA got in their own way. I'll give you a good example. These trailer homes that FEMA brought in for people to live in after the hurricane. Now, a significant amount of the homes, you got to understand, were destroyed by water, right? From the hurricane.
Right.
Okay. They approved these trailer homes to go into where these houses stood at one time, knowing that these were homes that were destroyed by water. They literally not only approved them, they delivered them, and then they turned around and sent the people letters saying, oh, we're sorry, you cannot use these trailer homes because they're not approved to be in flood zones.
Yep, exactly. 100% truth. That's what happened. 100%
Wow.
truth.
Do you know
The
some of
red
these
tape and
people?
the red tape is a big issue. It truly is. These people just want somewhere to live.
Do you know some of these people still have trailer homes sitting on their property that they can't even live in?
Yep.
Wow.
Because, quote unquote, these trailer homes haven't been inspected.
Yep.
They have made some of the craziest rules in Florida after this. People's permits being denied, not getting permits issued because then after 30 days, Lee County said you couldn't have campers, and it was
they literally,
insane.
Charlotte, they literally put a violation sign on where a business had posted that they were coming in to rebuild there. They had literally taken a 4x8 sheet and 2 4x4 posts and made a sign. And when it was off the sidewalk and everything, and literally the city went behind them and violated it.
Yep.
So
it's unimaginable, to have so many of your citizens hurting and feel that that's the priority.
Exactly. And this is why we're here. This is why we're here to do what we do. Because you know what? There's going to be a day coming. I don't care who you are or what you believe. There's going to be a day coming where you're not going to see any assistance from the state or from the federal government in time of disaster. It's going to be every man rolling up his man and every woman rolling up their sleeves and getting to work.
That is the truth. And that's why I'm hoping, with teams like Cajun Navy and the Weather Co-op and United National Weather Team, we can train enough people, get enough awareness, find a place for them so that, when that day comes, because it will, that people at least have a chance.
Right.
The
and, you know,
truth is, it's already here. People just don't see it, Charlotte.
Yeah, that's the well, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's the truth. There's so many other events that, you know, not able to deploy to that are still happening, occurring, places that are still rebuilding. You know, I mean, the amount of severe weather that's even happened in the first few months of 2023 is almost at the unprecedented level.
Oh, I mean,
The
let's
amount of
take a look at
places
a
that have
recent
had
disaster.
multiple damage over and over and over. I mean, you know.
Let's take a look at a recent disaster. Look at the governor of California. He signed that disaster proclamation releasing resources. Yes. Well, not one
I don't know
state.
if he did. Did he?
Yes, he
Oh,
did. He signed a disaster proclamation to release his state resources, and so did Mr. Biden. However,
right.
Let's put it this way: do you know the people on the mountain still have not received any state or federal assistance?
Wow.
It's true.
I mean,
Wow.
think about that. Their own state hasn't even released resources into them yet.
And they've just left them, abandoned them. And this is why it's important, you know, to be your own advocate. You know, as the saying goes, nobody will look out for you but yourself. And that's the truth at the end of the day. You know, people think a lot of these government organizations are built-in cushions. A lot of them are well-defined smoke shows, and they are not a cushion at all. And you will fall and fall hard. And so you need to try to have somewhere withal or preparation yourself. And that's just the bottom line. And I hate to say it that way. They do the best they can, but their organizations and what they have as an infrastructure was never designed to do what they're doing.
Exactly, and that's why we're having to go in and build our program case by case into different areas. That's why I was saying earlier we don't have a cookie cutter program that we go in with. You know, we don't have okay, we're doing this for this long, and et cetera, et cetera. We base it on the needs of the people. We base our program on the needs of the community.
Yeah, and the resources you have available, you know.
Exactly.
Right, and that's the other thing.
Are you actually still deployed down there, or are you back home right now?
For where, sir?
Are you guys still deployed? Are you actually yourself still down there in Mississippi, or are you back
Sir,
home?
yes, we were there. We were there within a few hours after the tornado actually passed. We're still there. We're looking at probably another month of being there at the least.
Are you there right now, or are you back home?
I am one of the remote directors.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a wonderful, I mean, it's amazing. You know, everybody can be involved. You know, they were there, you know, even the chasers, you know, jumped out right away and helped. I mean, you know, everybody but, you know, down in a lot of these southern towns, they have grit and tenacity about them where everybody is getting out, getting stuff out of the way, doing the best they can.
Oh, exactly. You know, and I mean, that's one thing we've commented on in this morning's meeting with, with our group and the other agencies was, the way you look at this town that we're working in, it's completely mutilated. It's completely destroyed. But what do you see? You see the people pulling together to get stuff done. You know, finding their own ways of doing things. You know, I mean, that's why we said we were looking at least a 30-day deployment because, I mean, it could come up in 2 or 3 weeks and to where we're pretty much not needed down there no more with our resources.
Yep.
You know.
And once people learn how to do it too, there's a lot of people in communities that I've seen over many deployments that kind of step up and be that local person that can then help facilitate and keep, that momentum going.
Exactly, and that's what we want people to do. That's why we invite people to come to Safe Camp. Come see what we're doing. Come see what we're about. I mean, I will say on this deployment, because of the situation, we changed our Safe Camp. Our Safe Camp normally is a car line. However, this time around, we're using our Safe Camp as a step-off point. And what do I mean by that? I mean, we're taking, because so many of the cars and so many of the communities got their cars mutilated, there's so few cars in the communities. We're taking and loading stuff into side by sides and 4x4s and going out and dropping the stuff into the neighborhoods where it needs to go.
Right. Absolutely.
That's
It's
just
the best way to
that's
get
just
around
a
too, with so much
example.
debris and things everywhere.
That's just an example of how we adapt to what we find when we get there.
Yeah, there's brilliant minds. They make it work every time, no matter where they go. And it's just a magic that, that civilian rescue is able to bring, that just happen. Things just happen to work out.
And I mean, we couldn't do it without all of our partners, you guys and everybody else that supports us. We couldn't do it without everybody working together.
That's the truth. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say.
And it's true though. I mean, it's a dream to make a program like to build a program like this, but it's a nightmare when you have to implement it every single time.
Yeah. There's dread.
The reason I say it's a nightmare is because usually by the time we get called, it's not a really good situation at all.
Yep. Yeah. If basically Cajun Navy has to be called, the complete, infrastructure of the town is gone beyond what even emergency management locally or even within a small region can provide.
I mean, we had a certain weather chaser, storm chaser, that called one of our founders and said, "Hey, y'all need to come. This is worse than he goes. This is the worst I've ever seen." And he's known for weather chasing and storm chasing.
Yeah.
And when
you've got, old timers, so to speak, stating that, this is the worst damage, storm surveyor saying, this is the worst damage. I mean, that says volumes.
When we get that call, guess what, y'all? We're packed up and we're packed, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done, as they say in the song.
Correct. And it works beautifully. People are feeding people. People are providing needs. People just, and it's a beautiful time too, because people are just carrying on one another, being that village, bringing the village back. The one thing that needs to maintain, and even across the United States, if we could at least try to have this factor change, is that something eventually breaks that connection in that village. And we have to learn how to maintain that so that we keep being supportive even years down the line.
Yeah,
in our own communities. Because I've seen it where, everybody comes together at first and then eventually, neighbors are neighbors and everybody's, everybody's, back on their own beat again. And if we could just try to keep some of that energy in at times, I think, our communities would be so much more whole and healthy.
Oh, exactly. And I mean, unfortunately, there's so many of these so-called nonprofits out here that are claiming to be disaster relief that aren't doing nothing but lining their own pockets.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, and I ain't gonna throw any names out there, but it's some of the bigger ones. It's some of the first ones you see out there. Hey, donate to us, donate to us. But I can tell you right now, if you go online and do some of the research, some of them guys are making up towards $1 million a year. And the CEOs.
Wow. I mean, to profit off of disaster, in that way, is not appropriate. Now, I get if you're doing this, full time, trying to make a way that you don't have to have a full time living. Okay, I understand that. But $1 million a year. I mean, some of us do this on shoestring budgets and bubble gum and duct tape. Like, we make it work.
Exactly. We make it work. We don't. I can tell you right now, Everybody says, well, where do you get the money to deploy? Guess what? The funds we raise between disasters are what we bring into the disaster when we first come in, because every dime that we get stays there too.
Yep.
You know, where I can tell you that most of the organizations can't say that.
That's true. It's been a beautiful thing that people are willing to help. You know, I've seen truck drivers be willing to give up their trucks and say, hey, load it and we'll drive it down. Or I've got a truck to pull a bumper pole, or I've got this, I've got a boat, I've got four-wheelers, and people just give it up. It's a mind-boggling and amazing, and it's such a beautiful thing where it doesn't have to be necessarily all financial. If you have something tangible to the mission and they can use it, let's go.
Exactly. I mean, I could honestly use 3 more guys with pickups that are willing to drive right now. I've got equipment sitting I would love to have in Florida, not in Florida, but in Mississippi. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on talking about the hurricane.
Oh yeah, I get it.
But I would love
and that's the beautiful thing that it's come out of so many disasters, you know.
Exactly. I mean, we'd love to have our skid loaders and stuff down where we're at right now, but that's, again, we're short on drivers. That's another way you can help.
Absolutely.
Shock. What kind of
It's just
licenses do you have to
it's
have
an
to drive?
amazing thing. I can tell you that.
What we need right now is we need guys to just have the regular pickups that can just go in and hook up to one of the trailers. I mean, we're talking in like a 7x16, or the max size being an 18-foot. I think our skid loader, I do believe, is sitting on a 24-foot trailer. They're all bumper pull truck, type. If you can hook up a trailer, it's your regular license.
Okay, cool. Because I got a Class E license, so if there was anything that needed a Class E driving, I actually have a Class E commercial or a chauffeur's license.
Not right now. Like I said, I just need, simple hook up, like a cargo trailer, pull it in. It's honestly the style I need right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely put some feelers out and see what we can, do. That's all it's about, just trying to see what we can get, where we can put people. And that's what we're going to continue to do, day in, day out. We're going to be here for the people, for our communities, and for each other, because nobody else is going to do it but us.
The trailers are all parked in Louisiana, and I believe it's like a 4-hour trip from our warehouse to disaster site.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that, but I think it's somewhere close to that.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to put some feelers out and see. I have a few connections to people down in Louisiana, so we'll see what we can get going.
Because if I could get the skid loader moved, I would be the happiest guy alive right now. Because that would give me the ability to bring in another heavy equipment crew, and we can start really moving in debris and getting things done.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'll definitely try to see what I can do, put my ear to the ground, and hopefully, we'll find an abundance of people from now until then. But, it just happens to be, during these missions, the right people happen to show up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've had some wonderful people, don't get me wrong. We had a gentleman that literally left his home in Texas, drove to our warehouse, picked up our command center, and delivered it to us in Mississippi just because he wanted to help us.
Wow.
I mean, we've had some wonderful people. That's just an example of, somebody wanting to serve their fellow man.
It's definitely a shining light in a world right now that can definitely feel dark and despair. And yes, these events happen out of, very destructive events, but the beauty that can come out of them, and, the true human element of just working together and pure serving one another is just a whole new level of appreciation for the human condition.
Oh, it is exactly it is. I mean, we're all about trying to get things, to where we can do more rapid interventions, because I don't know if you know, but our model for our programs is called Swift Intervention Program. That's what we named
Which
our
makes
program.
sense. You guys come in and you set up pretty much right away, and you have things rocking and rolling and some semblance of togetherness, and then you push it out from there.
Yeah, that's why we, that's why we call ourselves, that's why we call what we do the Swift Intervention.
Absolutely. Well, it's been amazing. We've been on air for 3 hours now, which is amazing.
Right.
Jared, I don't know if we want to save this video for another time. Maybe we'll have a whole Joplin special where we'll have all the guys on from Joplin and talk about their experiences.
I believe we can do that. I could also know some. Let me see if I can get something done by May. Because I know a lot of people that might have, get some videos of some testimonies and stuff, and how it's taken
That would be really
10,
cool.
12 years to recover, and we're not all recovered yet. You can still drive through and see the trees just not even growing back.
Yeah, it'd be cool to show where you guys are now, because there is a lot of new builds there. There is some, new buildings, things are popping up, things are, coming back, so to speak. So, yeah, I think that would be a really good way. Just like I said, we've been on air for 3 hours. I know we all need to, decompress and take a break tonight and relax and get ready to, get back at it. But we wanted to take our time tonight, number one, to cover the severe weather, but number two, to talk about all of these different things that we're involved in, and that how you guys can help and how you can be a part of it.
Let me show you just one little thing real quick.
While he's doing that, do you know which big organization started in Joplin, Missouri with the Joplin tornado?
I do not.
Operation Barbecue Relief. That's where they got their start, was in Joplin, Missouri.
Here is the high school.
I love
the
that.
Joplin High School. Just destroyed. And here's the aerial view of the Joplin High School. It was called Hope High School. That's a high school. Huh?
They didn't call it Hope until after the.
Oh, yeah, they called it Hope after because the J and the. Now, there's the high school from the tornado. Now, look at the high school now.
Wow.
To what it looks like now.
That's one example where you can, cities can choose to, build back and create beautiful new things out of, despair and disaster.
Exactly.
They now have 9th through 12th there. I believe there's the two. There's the football stadium and now the soccer stadium. This is the rebuild of 20th Street that you're seeing.
So there's always hope. Right now, I'm sure the people of Rolling Fork and Winona and Silver City and all the places that, even folks who just had barns and stuff in between that weren't completely devastated in their houses and shingles, and they don't know how they're going to afford it. And, they're not necessarily in the main hit areas. So, they're struggling too, everybody, but there's hope afterwards. There is a way
to build back. You know, if everybody tries to band together and be there for one another, there is a way to have, you know, light after the storm.
Oh, exactly. You know, there's always a way to find the light. You just have to have the willpower to do it.
Yes, absolutely.
That is the middle school and the elementary school together. That was destroyed. The yellow is the middle, the red is the elementary. Now, let's see, where is it? Get a good outside photo. There you can see the
And like I said, most of the street that Jared told me that was destroyed in that area had new buildings. You know, had new houses, you know, there were new apartment buildings. So there was new construction that was brought back, and so there was this
That
new
was the
fresh
school-
beginning feeling.
That was the school you drove by on 20th Street when y'all left out of town.
Okay, yep.
Middle school.
So there's a way. So, you know, if anybody's listening from, you know, out there,
It can be done to rebuild.
yep, it can. People can come together. Things can get better. It might take a while. Might not be overnight, next year, 2 years from now, but there will be a sense of coming back together.
And then you seen what our St. John's was. Here's our new St. John's Hospital. Y'all drove by it right off the interstate when y'all was headed to Oklahoma, when we were headed to Oklahoma City. Look how big that hospital is. I mean, yeah, that was construction. You can now, that hospital, Scarlett,
yep.
They built the school, the high school, the middle school, and that hospital. They built it so much it can withstand an F5 tornado, 300-mile-an-hour winds. They put so much rebar and concrete to build these things that they could withstand another Joplin tornado.
And that's what we got to do too. That's one important thing, you know, that we'll leave everybody with tonight is that when you rebuild, you got to think what can withstand the next one or even greater.
Exactly.
That's
I
very
mean,
true.
it took Joplin. We're still not done rebuilding in Joplin. They're still building new
Now, don't edge
restaurants
out people
and-
who can't afford to do that, but as city planners and the people who can actually make this happen in places where that could protect people, you know, now that those buildings are made to withstand an F5, now you could go have people go shelter in there, you know, things like that, where, you know, at the time, now you have a chance to put things in the town that can make a difference, that could save lives if this ever happens again.
An example.
Did you
of
ever
that is
watch the
Laura
show
Palmer.
Extreme Home
Oh,
Makeover?
No, hold on. Zach was going to give an example, I think. Or Kevin was? Was that Kevin?
Yeah, I was. Scarlett was me. Moore, Oklahoma. That's a perfect example of what they did after it was all over with. They put a big, huge tornado shelter in the middle of town.
Yep. We need more of that. Because we need more of that. That's what we need. You know, a lot of these people didn't have nobody has a basement in Mississippi, so we would need, you know, tornado pods or shelters or buildings built, you know, to be able to protect these people.
Did you ever watch the show Extreme Home Makeover?
I did.
Ty
I think most of
Pennington, that
America did at
show,
one point.
came to Joplin and built 13 houses on one street.
for people who was the poorest that they could be and had nowhere to go. Built them 13 houses in a row, all brand new. And then also
And
another
that's what I hope
company
a lot
came
of these
in.
business people out there think about. You know, this is an opportunity to get your name out there and for you to be a hero. Think about that. Think about the
It'd
joy
be
you
nice
could
if they
bring
would.
to a family if you could purchase a home for them, you know, and it's not going to cost you that much in the grand scheme of things. You might even be able to write it off. And
If
you
it's
could
done
bring
right, you
joy
can
to
write it off.
families and people.
If it goes through the right channels, it's definitely a write-off.
See? So you heard it from one of the directors. So I'm just saying, you know, if anybody's out here is a business owner and can be in the position to help some of these people, we could definitely get you to the right channels for that.
Yeah,
And Richie
Extreme Home
is still
Makeover.
here.
Oh, are you still here, Richie?
I'll
Hello.
ask
What
that
would you
when
like
we
to
do
add?
the Joplin.
I'm just letting everybody know I am back. I had to briefly take off there for a couple minutes just down the street in my neighborhood, but I am back.
Well, we were
Okay.
just getting
Hey,
ready
Richie.
to wrap it up at this point because we've been on air for 3 hours at
Oh yeah,
this
I see
point.
that.
Yeah.
One
So
of
we were
these
just going
nice
to wrap it
guys,
up, but
though, we will go live and we'll set up a memorial of Joplin for you. Show y'all what it was like and then now what it's like after. When I get done working, I will start doing that. Start going out and taking videos and photos.
and we'll get
showing
all the
y'all
guys to come
Joplin
on.
rebuilt.
A lot of our team is from Joplin, and this is close to their hearts, and so we'll show you guys, you know, a kind of a little other side. And you know, a lot of these people were in weather a little bit before that, but a lot of them, that's what got them into doing what they do today. So you know, you could turn into the person who goes out and then helps other people. You know, you can become from helpless to the helper. So.
Yeah, you little towns, y'all can rebuild. It can be done. It just takes faith, which is what Joplin had. Now, one thing with Joplin nowadays with the weather, if we have any kind of severe thunderstorm warning, everybody gets so on edge. And that's why us Joplin boys, when we see what SPC is going to do, it don't matter if it's not saying a chance of tornado. We're still out on the severe thunderstorm warnings, sitting out there waiting because you just never know. The Joplin tornado came out of just a regular severe thunderstorm warning.
Yes, it did.
There was no mention that there was going to be a tornado. The outbreak was supposed to be in Kansas and Oklahoma. Joplin had last minute warning.
So
The only way they knew it was coming was Jeff Petrowski pulled up next to a Joplin police officer and said, "You need to sound your sirens now." And the tornado was already touched down over on 32nd and Central City Road, moving through town. It was already on the ground.
So, you know,
and the
just
only way Joplin knew was Jeff and Kelly.
You know, and some technology has gotten better, but in the end, technology is just a tool. It never replaces real eyeballs on the scene waiting for something to occur, and you never know when the extreme or a freak thing could occur. And so that's why it's just so imperative to be ready. It's so imperative to be ready and then be willing to help after. If everybody can try to do their part who are able, you can return to greatness and be a new community reborn out of the ashes of disaster.
Exactly. Well, like I said, Scarlett, one of these days we'll do a live video on the Joplin tornado for those who haven't ever actually seen it or know what it's actually about. We'll do a live and I'll get a slideshow presentation set up with pictures and videos and See if I can get some people's testimonies that I know went through it that are
Maybe
still
Sock
here.
will come back
Give.
and join us. And then I know, Kevin, did you say you were down there deployed too?
Yeah, I was in Joplin for NWS doing storm surveys.
You know, and Noah, you know, mentioned on one of our live streams the last time that he was a young man in foster care during the event.
Yeah,
So,
Candy's-
you know, we can even get the perspective from him, which is a totally different perspective, you know.
Oh yeah, and Candy's uncle, he lost his house. It got leveled completely.
Well, your work partner, you know, broke my heart, you know, about the sister. Like, that broke my heart.
Oh, Dustin, yeah, Steve. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever mention that because they follow our weather page and it brings back pretty bad memories. So
I
we try not to
understand.
mention
I
that
understand any
around.
Joplin person who it makes them nervous. You know, one thing that brought me comfort today, though, is that when you told me that, you know, your local law enforcement and emergency management is well aware of us in Joplin and the surrounding counties. And if they see us out, they're ready and alert themselves because they know we're going to go look for something and we'll be there.
I can't say what news team online while we're streaming, but a news team, we are now their go-to storm chase team.
So, I mean, you know, you guys are going to do your town proud. I promise you that, you know.
And especially with Friday, who knows? That's a big area of a risk.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a big area of a risk. I mean, that's a daytime event. Anything can happen with how big of a hash area that is.
That also includes me too, Jared.
So we're going to be on our toes around Joplin.
Well, and we'll be there as United National Weather Team. The Weather Co-op will be there. And we'll be there protecting all of you guys. I'll let everybody go around and say their last comments, and then we'll wrap this up and get out of here.
Sock, would you like to go first?
Yeah.
Sure. I was just sitting here thinking, as far as when you put the Joplin story together in the presentation, you might want to reach out to Stan Hayes at Operation Barbecue Relief because they actually started their mission in Joplin. That's when
I'd
they
love
actually
to.
had their founding.
Okay.
I'd love to, because you know
Yeah,
what? One of the
Jimmy.
important parts of civilian rescue is feeding the people. That brings some of these people the most joy that they're going to see. I hate to get emotional, oh my goodness, in a long time. You know, that hot plate, especially some good old home cooking, that changes the game when all you got is cold stuff and this and that. And you ain't had no hot meal in days. You know, that changes your mood. Food feeds our souls as well as our bodies. So we have to remember that food is really important.
Barbecue is love.
Yeah.
That's what we
It
say
sure
in the disaster
is.
community a lot.
That is
Exactly.
absolutely
Sock,
the truth.
just remind me who those people are, and I will reach out to them and see
I'll
if
remember
I can get them.
Operation Barbecue, but I'll ask what the specific contact is.
Okay.
One time when I
I'll
haven't been
quickly
up
look up
for,
and make a video.
you know, multiple days.
Kevin, you got anything to say before we close out?
Yeah, no, just great work tonight from everybody. On the storms that we had tonight, but also, guys, yeah, it doesn't matter how big or how small you can help. After these things that happen, those people down there need people like us, and they need, you know, if people would stand together more and what this country was originally founded on, we would be in a lot better shape, and we would be able to help our brothers and sisters out there that are, you know, not able to do that right now. People down there have nothing. literally nothing. They're finding people's debris and stuff 200 miles away from Rolling Fork. So that's all I have to say. I just hope that we can go on through this next week and we don't have another incident like this.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. Scarlett, will you turn your camera on for a minute? Curly Q.
Oh. Hold on one second. Well, we can do that in a second when we get off. I'll specially video check Curly Q baby. I've been crying and stuff, so I got my ugly face on. Richie, any last words tonight? Thoughts, final wrap up, your opinion. Richie! That's usually how I call Richie.
I don't know if you can hear me.
We can now.
Or not. Okay. Nope, that's pretty much anything I've got. I'm back at Radar a little bit, checking out this SVR we've got up. That's about it.
Yeah, we'll pop in our little exec chat after this and debrief and just talk a little bit. So, I appreciate everybody for being here with me on the live stream. No matter how little your part is, however big it is, I thank all of you guys. Without you guys have become some of the closest people around me. I spend all my time with you guys. So I appreciate you. We all put up with each other. We all love each other. We're all one big dysfunctional family, but at the end of the day, we get it done. And we do it because we love the people out there and we love all of you out there. So if you would like to help, we have many ways for you to get involved with Cajun Navy, Weather Co-op, or us at United National Weather Team. Come to United National Weather Team Facebook page. Tell us what you want to know. I will get you, or somebody on the team will get you the links you need. Go to GoCajunNavy.org. Donate there, volunteer there. You can also donate to United National Weather Team at paypal.me/UNWT. We're going to make sure your dollars go to work. I promise you that. We are a very transparent group. I have no problems with that. We're getting to the right people who can do the right things.
If you also want to help with the United National Weather Team, we do have an application on our Facebook page pinned in the featured, and as soon as you fill it out,
and then this week we will have our website live, as well as we will also have something for Weather Co-op live this week as a website. We're gonna have something live, so we're trying to do things as fast as we can, real time, so that we can provide this type of support. Just be another group, another way to get the word out there. That's what it's all about, working together. The more we do that, I think we can change this. That's what I've been saying for years. When Dwayne was here, I know Dwayne would support me 100% in saying this. For many years, I've said, if we could just duplicate Cajun Navy everywhere, the idea of civilian rescue everywhere, and get people involved,
First thing
we
you
can
gotta
make
do is
this work.
change the way people think about it. And people nowadays have a top to bottom approach, and really disaster relief is a bottom up approach.
Correct. That is true. You just can't come in with a cookie cutter set approach. It doesn't work. But what I have seen time and time again since Cajun Navy was founded, and some of the other organizations that do crowdsource and civilian rescue out there, is that it works. It works. You don't see all of the complaints that, when government comes in and the red tape and all the restrictions. It works. But we need you to change that. We need you to be, oh no, they're good people. Look what they did for, my neighbor or my friend, or, this is what happened, or I saw this video and they were good people. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Because, a few bad apples can ruin the bunch. But our collective is stronger than that. So I appreciate everybody for being here tonight.
we'll definitely have all of us around the round table again. You know, weather is one of those things, like I said, that affects you no matter who you are or what you do every day of your life. It depends on how you walk out of your house in the morning. We're going to be here to protect you guys and rise above the storm. And I am Scarlett, Jared, Richie, Kevin, and Sock. And we will all see you guys under the mezzo.